community's acclaim spreads. Community's acclaim spreads.
There we go. Hello and welcome everyone to another fantastic Saturday here on the Exploding Dice channel. My name is Askren and I am adjusting my camera and I am your host and dungeon master as for this episode of Writhing Moon, our open legend horror campaign here every week. We have a fantastic show for you tonight. But before we get into all that, and of course, before we get into our announcements, our recap, and all that good stuff, why don't we say hello to our cast? How are you doing today, guys?
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Well, hey there.
Yeah. So excited.
Hey.
Sure am happy to be here tonight.
Hey, y'all.
Me
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Yes.
I did not realize this was...
Oh, this is
My name is Sky.
Right? Oh my
Get
God.
him out of
Your
here.
Southern
Right
accent
now.
is so good. Where did you learn that? Because it's real.
Where did I learn that? The South. It's not true.
But
I grew
Florida's
up.
like sub-south.
Florida's not the South. I didn't really learn it in the South.
Yeah,
I don't know
see?
where I learned that.
See, yeah.
I just
Florida
kind of
is
tried.
sub-south. It's only like up in Jacksonville that they start to get that accent and
Yeah.
start to get sweet tea and grits. We don't have grits in Florida. It's sub-south.
Oh no.
It's Southern New
Yeah.
York, really.
I have no idea where I got the voice. Just kind of
It's
happened
so
one
good.
day.
I'm just saying, it's so good.
We're
It's
gonna
I
so
didn't
good.
even decide that that was going to be my voice until about like 30 minutes before the show started that day.
And it
It
got
worked out.
creepier
I like
and
this. This
creepier
became
and
a,
more
like,
evil.
a
and
fun
more amazing.
Q&A for.
Anyways,
Sorry.
we're
Yes.
not. This is not Blades in the Dark 6 and 20. This is something else. What
Yeah,
is this
what-
again? It's been so
We're
long.
trying to avoid meeting whatever we're going to meet today. This is
We're
my
just trying to
Stall it.
stall.
Stall.
Stalling, yeah. Stalling.
Yes.
Totally, I'm owning it. I'm stalling totally.
Yeah. Have fun while we can.
Well, these are our fantastic players. We are going to, real quick, let's go down the line and find out a little bit about who they are and who they are playing today. And we'll start, once again, with not Southern Speedy.
Not Southern speedruns. Yes, that's actually what the SO
Not
stands
Southern
for.
Speedruns.
Oh.
I love it.
Hi, I'm Speedy. You may also know me as Not So Speedruns on Twitch and Twitter. You may recognize me as a completely different person than the one that you saw the last time I was on here 2 weeks ago,
Right?
without the glasses and hair and beard, and everything that's changed.
It's different.
But today, I will be playing the same person as always. I'll be playing as Felix Haskell, the priest of the White Church, with a bit of a problem. Whenever he sees blood, he can't really help himself. This obsession takes him over. This obsession with the holiness that comes from the blood, that comes from the heavens, the angels, and he can't control himself from lashing out and striking and making the blood spill more and more until the blood spills no more. That's me.
Awesome. And next to him, of course, we have Mr. Din Money.
Yeah, what up? Din Money here. Tonight shall be playing Sir Ulrich the White, Templar and bringer of justice. And yeah, I'm gonna be here trying to investigate what the heck is going on in this goddamn city. What is all this darkness? What's going on with this blood? And I want to bring the pain and retribution of God, and also save my companions who I've grown to love this whole time. So I'm also he's looked a little classy. He's got leather armor and he's got the strength and ferocity of a barbarian, if you catch my drift. Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Next to him, of course, we have the ever fluffy 4.
It is fluffy today, isn't it? My name is Four, and I am playing a young man named Gurney Abel. And Gurney Abel is a gentleman of a few interesting features. One, he is a exceptional cartographer of the urban kind. He adores the streets of Palemore, the soft glow of its lovely lamps lighting the evening. But unfortunately, that evening is not stopping. So he is using his urbane knowledge, both above ground and below, to traverse the blood-crazed baddies that are trying to ruin our fun pub crawl. Man, it is awful. He also, one last thing of note, has a gastric fistula, which, if you don't know, is basically a hole in your stomach. This one's a little special. It expels even more gastric, necrotic-y death globs and various other interesting bits that it's bad. It's just bad. So yes, he also has a special mask that lets him peer into the minds of other people and other things, and just is generally not okay with anything that's going on. It's wrong and bad.
The
It's wrong and
All right.
bad.
And last but not least, we have the ravishing and ravaging Lisa Lee.
Hello, I'm Lisa Lee. I'm a voice actor, and I am Lisa Bell on Twitch, and I'm Danger Lily on Twitter. No, I'm Lisa Bell on Twitter. I do this every time. I'm Lisa Bell on Twitter, and I'm Danger Lily on Twitch. Oh my God! And I play the chatelaine of the house of the Queen Morgul's palace, who had a couple things went horribly awry, and now she has also become the banshee of the palace. So when she gets angry, she goes a little mad. She goes a little mad.
A new
Mm,
and gets a little
follower.
revengey. And in October, you're gonna see me at Big Bad Con. I'll be running some games at Big Bad Con up in San Fran, I believe, right? And TwitchCon. I'm gonna be at TwitchCon. So TwitchCon hype.
Are you going to the haunted ship party?
I didn't know about it, but that sounds like super hella fun, and I would like to go.
We're gonna roll squad deep at the haunted ship party.
Well, then hell yeah, I will be rolling.
I think we were gonna plan.
The squad deep.
I think we were gonna plan a live action role play on the ship.
Oh, I'll do
Blades
it.
in the Dark.
I'll do it.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yes!
There's already
Yes!
ghosts.
Bad.
And the boat.
I was
All we
like-
need is goats, and it's perfect.
Yep. Boats and goats.
Boats and
Boats
goats.
and ghosts and ghosts.
Too scary.
Goats.
Goats are too scary.
Well,
Goats,
that is our cast. As always, my name is Askren, and I am here to run this game for you. And just before we get into our recap, a couple of quick announcements. Oh shit! I was supposed to announce some giveaway winners. I don't have those set up because I've been crashing at work, but we will get those giveaway. I'm gonna announce those giveaways tomorrow on Twitter. I don't have the time to do it live tonight, but actually, you know what? We might be able to do it at the end if we can hang on at the end. We might be able to announce the winner of. We have two giveaways to announce: our Wormwood giveaway and of course our sponsored Dwarven Forge giveaway. We're going to be going on, just taking a little bit of break from the giveaways for the rest of July to get back on track, but we have some cool stuff coming for you in August, so of course, lots of hype there. I'm probably going to tweet about it later. And other than that, there's no Iron Gods this coming Wednesday. This Tuesday, I am hanging out with some of the cast from the Glass Cannon podcast. It is a really awesome live play Pathfinder game. They are an official Pathfinder sponsored podcast and just really great comedians and cool guys. They're going to be on the Fuzzy Dice Show, and then the day after that, I'm going to be hanging out with the one and only Holly Conrad from Dice Camera Action for some extra fuzzy dice, because who doesn't want that? It is going to be a lot of fun. And then what do we have after that? Oh, and then after that, the week after that is going to be some of the people from the Girls Guts Glory show are going to be hanging out. So got a whole cool month for you of fuzzy dice shows. We'll be talking about that at the end. that's really all it for announcements. As always, remember, guys, for this show, we like to keep things running smoothly. So any donations that come in, like those bits that I just saw, follows, donations, bits, hosts, all that stuff, we will shout all of you out at the end. So please do not feel like we're missing any of it, because I promise you, I am not. Well, I might be, because my stream labels isn't up. No, it is up. It's right here. But we are as always, if you are enjoying the show and you want to support the show or help out our cast, remember, you can hit that donation link right there, and you can give them natural 20s, as you guys like to do. You can give them tarot cards, you can give them advantage on their rolls, or other really crazy things. And if you really, really like the show, please consider hitting that subscribe button, either here on Twitch or on GameWisp. Both net you really, really awesome benefits. Some nat 20s and bonuses to spend during the show, special Discord rolls, and emotes, and more coming soon. So, without further ado, let us dive in to our recap as I find my music. As I turn my music on.
The recap shall be delivered only through music.
Interpretive dance.
Interpret, yes, through our stream. That's what's behind here. The whole show's behind here. Just a line of
Puppets.
ballerinas. Just
All right.
wait for that cue.
So, as we return to Palemore once again, we picked up last session. Our party had just entered Old Palemore. They had fought their way, escaped a dangerous beast, and descended down a ladder into the sealed-off, burned ruins of the old city, far down in the valley below. And they were immediately set upon by someone sniping from a high perch with some sort of high-powered projectile weapon. They evaded the gunman, dashing into the streets and attempting to hide among the twisting ruins while making their way towards this gunner. But in the process, they were stopped by a mob of torch-bearing fanatics, dressed in masks, leathers, and bearing all kinds of weapons, spewing flames, torches, and other things, as it seems that they were here to burn this plague, and our party amongst it, to cinders. And so a fight broke out, but not before Felix used his new blood control to grapple the gun away from the gunman on top of a nearby clock tower, dragging it down to the floor. The fight began, and the party engaged with these torch-wielding fanatics. But shortly after, the gunman himself descended down the tower. He was given his rifle, or his Gatling gun, rather, by by Felix, and he opened fire, almost seemingly indiscriminately, firing on torch-wielding maniac and party member alike, as no one was spared from his hail of gunfire. And so between our heroes and this man, the fanatics themselves their ranks were torn to shreds, explosions tearing through them as their fuel canisters were burst by gunshot and strike, or they were just cut down by blade and blood. And it seemed like things were fairly grim, as Gurney sustained some fairly heavy injuries in the fight and was very close to death, but just at the last minute the party managed to subdue this stranger with a weapon, and as they did, he was bleeding out on the ground. They managed to prise information from his lips, learning that his name was Gemma Sura. He was apparently an old powder keg hunter who had been dispatched with the rest of his retinue into Old Palemore to stop the spread of the beast plague, something that he was not able to succeed at, but and in the process, all of his companions were lost. He told you that these people that you fought were the torchbearers. They were not officially sanctioned, but they were fanatics, citizens who had taken it upon themselves to burn the plague out of the city and to cleanse it of heresy and taint, and apparently were driven quite mad in the process. You also learned from him that he actually had a secret mission, one given to him by Simon himself. And that mission was apparently to find and hunt down a cult of heretics that were hiding in Old Palemore, for they harbored the one, or they committed the one sin that the church could not forgive, and that was harboring a most holy angel, keeping it hidden from the church. The exchange ended rather differently than expected, as rather than kill the man, you actually decided to let him live. He went deeper into the city, I believe, to help you collect explosives, the powder that you needed, that he said was possibly still at where the powder kegs made their last stand in the crematorium, or in the prison, I'm sorry. But before going for that, you guys decided to investigate this cult and see what you could find. On the road, as you walked, you found multiple members that, just like he described, strung up as if they had been lynched, wrapped in red cloth. And under the red cloth, you found people that looked tall, gaunt, and very different than you expected. All had been long since dead. You followed this trail deep into Old Palemore, being led by this chorus of voice, of sound, of noise coming from somewhere. And at its heart, at its source, you found a very small cathedral that had been left to rot in the shadow of the wall. And beneath the altar of this cathedral, you found a tunnel that dropped precipitously down into ancient catacombs that twisted and wound full of roots and dirt, old carvings and ancient symbols, statues with strange alien faces on them, and behind a large stone set of doors with runes carved upon their face, you emerged into a large cavern. A large, hollow, natural cavern, it looks like, with a small bit of platform of constructed area for you to stand on. And as this sort of wet, earthy catacomb stretches out in front of you, in the center of it you saw a pale, fleshy mass just sort of sitting there in the middle of the water. Its body unfurling these strange, sort of membranous, tendril-like wings out to a great expanse, and as it does, this large, bulbous, round face almost opening like the fleshy petals of a rose, layer after layer of skin that looks, you see among them are these large, kind of rotted, but still sort of identifiably white teeth, just rows of them embedded in the flesh here. And as it finally opens, you see just a pit descending in the center of this fleshy flower, as red and raw, and from it 100 eyes open to look at you. And that is where we're going to pick things up. So you guys are standing on this platform looking into the sort of mouth or face or whatever it is of this horrid creature.
Hello, handsome. No, I'm kidding.
What in God's name is that?
I imagine after opening the door and walking in here, I felt the sense of this thing, the singing, just like explode. Pretty much like that.
Yeah.
Sorry, is that loud?
A little bit.
No, but it's quite on point with
There
what
we
he's
go.
trying to communicate.
Got it.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
So, I would approach it eyes closed, because even in this darkness, the light hurts. It hurts to open my eyes, and so
That
I
is true,
walk
yes.
forward blindly, just towards the sound of the noise, and I
would like to grab the back of his shirt, just to keep him from walking too close.
Smart. Very smart.
Okay.
Just. meh.
Felix, as
he's
you
going to continue trying to walk.
as you are stepping to the edge of this platform, you almost hear sort of reverberating through this chamber is almost what appears to be a very like you all are gonna hear this. It's a noise that is guttural but not identifiably animal. It's just like a loud that just sort of reverberates through the chamber as this kind of fleshy head is looking at you, Felix. You see it even in your closed eyes, you kind of see it almost as if, you know, when you close your eyes and you sort of look at the sun, like it's still bright, you can still see it clearly. It's in your mind, it's just this kind of burning brightness.
I feel my feet beginning to drag forward because it's Felix, and Gertie sort of looks behind him now, grabbing it with both hands. Ulrich, you're a little help here.
Oh, get back here, boy!
Snap out of it.
And I'll put my sword down slightly and use my other hand to pull back Felix. You're about to walk straight to it.
I like jerk back from being pulled, but I don't really react in any way. I still don't look at you, and I'm just kind of eyes closed, covering them from the brightness. I'm going to try and speak to it within my own mind, to send the voices to say, "Are you the angel?"
You, in your head, you are going to that kind of you're gonna hear that sort of reverberating echo that lasts for a very long time. However, because of your state, because of the state of your mind right now, it's gonna sound a little bit different to you. Not coherent, but what you hear can really only be in your head can really only be described as the sound of something growing. Now, as he's kind of as Felix is standing sort of transfixed at the edge of this platform, the rest of you notice that there are other things in this room. The chamber has these kind of stalactites that kind of hang down, this sort of pool of water in which this creature rests in, this horrible, nasty, pale, muddy water. And it looks like you see where it meets the water, there's almost like what look like roots, these sort of long tendrils of sort of bumpy, palish tan flesh seem to sort of radiate outwards from it in all directions like a blanket, but it looks more like a spider web, but it just sort of like emanates outwards, and you see at the edge of the pool here, this web of things just sort of cover other these small figures that are that you don't really look like anything at first, but as your eyes adjust to the darkness in here, you see it looks like there are about a dozen of them. They look like humanoid figures that are sort of like hunched over, almost in a fetal position, and are just covered by these sort of like fleshy vines.
And these are over. It's over the creature or the angel, or this is radiating from underneath it.
He's in the center. These sort of vines in like a spider web pattern radiate outwards, and
From
they are
below
sitting
him?
at like the perimeter.
Okay. So it's above this. I wonder if that's how it uses to attack.
Is that all that we noticed about this room?
Are you looking for anything else?
Yeah, I'm going to sort of like push Felix into Ulrich, just be like, he's gonna walk into it. Just keep a hold on him. We gotta get our bearings here, and
Okay.
I'll take a look around.
I'll be like, Vesper, we gotta look around here, get our bearings straight. Hold on to him, all right?
Oh my
Besides-
God.
Not to Felix.
Besides the 12 hosts, do I see anything that looks like an egg sack?
Oh God, that's a horrible question. I'm so scared to know the answer.
Roll me a perception check.
Okay. What is my? Where is she? Everything fell
I've been
over.
thinking about how wrong this could go
Hmm.
from any roll we make for a long time.
Do you think it's feeding off those
Yes,
blokes that got
yes, I
cocooned?
do.
I have no idea.
Do I get
Watch-
more than
watch
one
your step
D20
either
roll?
way.
I don't.
It's just your d20 plus your whatever your perception ranks are.
And I think your
Perceptions in mental, the second section down. The third down in mental
Hmm.
and the attributes.
I just get one more D6. Oh God. Oh God.
Oh, so
Make it explode. It's
You're
fine.
not.
make it
yeah.
explode.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Make it
Believe.
so.
Make it so.
Make it sure. Uh,
You just
Yeah.
well, then I will.
Again.
Yes. Yes.
Again,
again.
Yes.
again. Keep doing it,
Again,
please.
Let it ride. Let it ride.
Oh.
Implosion.
So that's
We
just
lose the
eight.
first one.
10.
Do we?
10.
All right.
10 in total.
No
All
more,
right.
no less.
Do I have any crits? I don't think I do.
I don't know. That's
I don't
something
think
that
you
you
should
should
spend
take
it
up
for
with
just looking
the.
around.
I have one D20 left from
Save
last
it.
week.
You might need
I'll
it
save it. I'll
next.
save it. I'll save it. Yeah.
You might need it on your next roll.
Yeah.
All right. So you're looking around. You don't see anything that looks immediately like an egg. You see that this creature is under its head is like this large, kind of lumpen mass of flesh. You can see, folds and ripples and stretch marks with what look like these sort of long, thick tentacle-like limbs splaying out from it, as well as it now seems to be unfurling like two strangely jointed arms that are, I guess, roughly humanoid in how they look. There's very clearly a two-section arm, but at the tip of them, rather than having a hand, they have like sort of like a stump with these what can be called fingers, or like 3 of them radiating out in each direction. It's still kind of like moving as if it's still kind of prizing its limbs off of its body as if it hasn't really moved in a very long time.
A new follower.
And as it's doing this, you hear, you are all going to hear sort of what sounds like voices, are raspy and dry, but all of them at the same time are just going to say, "We awake."
Are you?
Did you guys just hear that?
Has been seeking? Can you understand me?
The this time, rather than all of the voices, you actually just hear one single voice, and it sounds like it's coming just down the bottom, like just down the platform in sort of like the rocky area below you. You see there is one of these sort of tendril covered, balled up people, and the voice seems to be emanating from there. It says, "Do you come to offer worship to our angel?"
Who the bloody hell are you?
I am the speaker of the Tumata.
Tumata? Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh.
Have I heard that word before?
I don't think so.
That sounds like multiple tumors. To me, that's horrible.
I
Um,
sort of.
I want to
I'm
walk a little towards the closest veined up host and see if I can recognize a face.
Do you want to climb down off the platform?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can kind of go right up to the one who's been talking to you, and you see he's kind of like twisted like this, but you see him his limbs are kind of moving, as if he is as if he actually I might have an image of this.
no.
Oh, great.
Oh
Cool.
God.
Oh
Great.
no, wait, no, I can't remember the name. Oh god.
Oh, thank goodness.
And when I say great, what I mean is, oh my god.
Oh man.
That's
I'm
okay. I found it. No,
I'm
I remembered it.
morbidly curious.
Do not want.
Lucky us.
Oh, do not want.
I just have to find what I'm looking for here. I should have.
Maybe we can find a weakness in the picture. Maybe this is good.
Maybe. Maybe.
Maybe there's a scale loose on its left breast.
There you
Right?
go.
Yeah. I need a black arrow.
All right. So while I do this, you are kind of in front of me. You can see the limbs are basically moving as if they're trying to kind of like, he's trying to free himself. It doesn't look like he's trying to tear free so much as it looks like he's trying to stand up, and having very great difficulty doing it. Because the limbs you realize are very thin. They're like old, emaciated. You get the sense that he hasn't moved from this place in a very, very long time.
Atrophy.
I don't know
and
if
something.
Vesper should go alone. Can Ulrich kind of walk up next to her just to be safe, to back her up?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll take custody of Felix. As Gurney does, he sort of leans in and just sort of whispers to Felix, "Do you hear anything? Is it talking to you?"
Yes, you. What? Oh no, he's muted. Oh no.
Is he?
Oh no, he is
Muted.
muted.
Yeah.
I
Sorry.
thought he didn't know what to answer.
No, I hear just singing, just the resonance. It's so loud. I can't. Something's growing.
Of course it is.
You know
Just
it's
be ready
not
for it.
growing. My patience.
I.
Yeah, you can actually see Ulrich, ever since the thing started saying, like, worship, Ulrich's been kind of, like, head down a little, yeah. Maybe he's getting pissed. I don't know.
I just sort of announce, awful odd for an angel to have open worship? How did this congregation come upon such a divine being?
All right. Well, I can't find the image that I wanted to use.
Divine indeed.
So, we'll say that the man will, like, this figure will kind of manage to, rather than stand up, it will manage to kind of pull itself, and you hear the kind of ripping sound as these sort of strange tendril-like structures are like torn off of the stone and the dirt that they they rest upon. You realize they're actually a lot more rigid than they look. And so he will eventually, like, be on his hands and knees, kind of craning his head to look up at you. You see the features actually look very, very similar to that corpse, the last one that you unwrapped. The one that was in the street. And, like, the features are very elongated, very sunken. The skin is like a bluish, like a dark bluish color, rather than sort of like a pale tan. And he looks up at you with these sunken, sort of lidded, probably fused shut eyes, and he says, "We are always the keepers. We dwell in the catacombs that we built for them."
Built for who?
He says,
Yeah,
"We tend to the gods."
This is no god.
You stand before Lugudas, the Tumors song.
Nu, gu, das. The Tumors song.
Explains a lot. Felix, you're holding onto his collar. He just kind of collapses, like, to his knees, goes full ragdoll on you.
Oh, jeez. I at least try to make sure you don't fall off the platform.
Yeah, he kind of just collapses to his knees, and inside, well, out loud says, What is the will of the gods?
The man, he's still kind of pulling and moving under this sort of blanket of these tendrils that just keep ripping, like, off of his skin and then, like, sticking back. And he's, like, you can see he's clearly in pain, but he doesn't seem to bother him, as he says, "It wants everything to bear its mark. Allow him to sing into your flesh." And as he kind of twists his head, like, almost at a very strange angle looking upwards, he's like weakly raises an arm, and he pointing a long bony finger at Gurney, he says, "Like him."
What, like him? Wait.
Gurney?
This is nothing but aberrated science. That's all this is, aberrated science. This started with Simon.
This is
Callum.
not science. This is just madness. Whatever
And
has
madness.
happened to people, just look at them.
This is
It's
horrendous.
blasphemy, it is.
Aye. For once, I'm agreeing with you, sir.
And besides, you've been tending to this thing
I'm
forever.
gonna take one claw and cut away some of the tendrils on weird crazy host dude.
Okay. As you kind of I'm not gonna make you roll for it, because as you sort of cut, they're not solid. I mean, they're definitely like fleshy,
Yes.
but they're like, it's like cutting through like a dried meat or something like that, and it's like as you slice through it, they just kind of like limply hang off of his body, and you see this kind of blackish ichor is sort of like dripping out of them, and you watch as sort of the surface of the where you cut kind of begins to bubble and boil, and sort of like bubbles of this weird sort of fleshy substance begin slowly expanding and growing. And he doesn't seem too affected. He just he's kind of like pulling himself almost under like a netting of this of these tendrils, and he says, "We are apart. You choose not to be."
I don't know what to choose. Why was I led here? Why does the song call to me?
The actual, like, the man is gonna turn his head around almost completely, so it's facing basically straight backwards, looking at you with this kind of slack jaw, and he says, "One second. Because your mind accepts madness that others reject."
It's right there. I want no part of madness. No madness for me.
But this, what's been happening to me is that really what the gods, they want? All this time I was trying to avoid the taint, the poison of the rot, the blood of the madness. I thought that I thought that I was special, that I was safe, that I was supposed to stop that. I thought that was the will of the gods.
You are special. You do not know why.
No, I don't. I don't understand. I don't understand any of it.
The man is gonna like basically start crawling backwards away from Vesper, actually towards Felix, and as he does, he's gonna like grip the side of this wall and begin kind of like pulling himself upright. So he's basically doing his best to sort of stand up. Felix is looking down at him a little bit, but he is basically standing now at his full like 7.5 foot height. And he says, "You were made to seek communion. I can hear it."
It just means madness.
Communion, yes, but all of this, the taint,
Felix.
The madness, the mutations, the carvings, the people who have been changed, the people who wander the streets at night, the people who have no control. Is that what the gods want? Is that what I'm meant to become?
Oh no.
The man, kind of, you hear sort of a low moaning wail begin emanating from all of the other figures in the room, and they seem to just kind of continue with it. Like, it doesn't really stop, it just kind of continues. And as this is echoing through the chamber and filling it with this loud, sonorous noise, this just sort of cacophony, he is gonna say, "The gods want only communion, but one must be capable." He's actually going to kind of stumble a little bit, and as he does, with this long bony finger, you see him sort of reach into the dirt that makes the side of this hill, and with his long finger, he's going to begin drawing. And I'm gonna draw it for you guys as he does. I'm gonna draw it here in red, red looks good. He begins drawing a shape.
Oh yeah, give it to me.
And as he does, he's speaking. He says, "There was a time before humanity when we tended to our gods. They made us. They made you." And he keeps drawing.
I'm going to step in front of Felix. And how far away is he from me and Felix? Do you think?
He's basically right, like, Felix is still on the top of this platform, so he's like right down at the bottom of it.
Okay. Well, I'll just go ahead and announce. So it's so fine that you guys have found your place in life. That's a problem for the rest of us who want to make something out of the life that we're given. And it doesn't matter if it's given to us by this, whatever the hell this is. I owe it to myself and I owe it to Felix to tell you, fuck you. We live our own lives as we please. And it's pretty damn good until all this angel business ruined everything. If you're happy as you are, fine. Give us something to stop this nightmare.
Where do you come from?
If they don't come from above, Vesper, where do you think they come from? They come from below.
Simon and Callum made them. That's what I think. That's what I think. They deviated the blood and made this thing. And made it holy to find it hosts.
The kind of man still sort of attached by these fleshy tethers will kind of turn his head towards you, and he says, no one made the gods. Only seek them. Humanity has done. For they are sympathetic to their children. He says, but they cannot commune those who are not godlike.
You mean mad?
No, madness is a gift.
What makes someone godlike? Is it the blood?
No,
The blood of angels?
their blood is their own and should remain as such, though some sought to take it. We could not allow the others. Their kin are gone, only but few remain. And this being, ancient and beautiful, is dying. So we tend its garden.
Garden of blood and bodies and madness. I'm gonna take out softly wind and open the music box
Okay.
and let it play.
Oh.
Two things, but one, does anything happen to the hosts or the thing?
Not that you notice. No, not really.
Okay. I'm going to gently lay it on the ground and look at Ulrich, Felix, and Gurney. And I'm going to look at Ulrich, and my finger's gonna T2000 right through this host thing's heart, or where a heart should be.
Okay.
Oh, hell yeah.
That nail's gonna just grow.
That's the
I
signal.
take a quick snapshot
Word of our community's acclaim
on the
spreads.
ground.
It's loud.
A quick snapshot of what?
The rune
Yes.
that he drew on the ground.
He didn't finish drawing it, but he got about
Dang it!
here.
Just had to figure out the rest. Just do a carbon copy thing really quick.
Oh, we'll find
Alright.
out. No, we won't.
No, we won't. As she does this, I want to. Well, actually, when she does that, do I feel anything?
You're not connected to these people in any measurable way. However, you hear kind of this lurching, sort of rolling bass noise that seems to come from this creature in the center of the room. It doesn't, Felix, in your head, like, for the rest of you, it's just like a... But, oh, my throat is so dry. But for you, Felix, it's a little bit clearer. It's not really a sound of pain. It's more... How would I describe it? It's more a sound of sadness.
Okay. Kind of trying to tune into that sound. I'm going to attempt to hear the voices and envision what will happen if the rest of the party kills the rest of the hosts using presence.
I'm about to do something stupid too.
You know what? Go ahead and roll it. We'll see. We'll see what's gonna happen here.
That's a boon that exists. Do I get my blood bonus for this? For the rune?
No, because this isn't a blood control. This isn't for your That's for a different thing. This is
Okay,
a
that's
psychic
fine.
ability.
All fours.
All right.
Impressive.
Hey.
So
What?
you hear okay, well, you know what? Gurney, tell me what you wanted to do. I'm going to send a message to Speedy. I'm going to give him his information here.
All right.
Yeah.
So Gurney Abel sort of backs off of this guy as he's drawing his thing, and he goes to the edge of the platform and he looks down into it to every single one of those eyes, and he's going to sort of adjust his little mask, and he's going to say, I'm done talking to your thralls, these sad, decaying corpses. I know you're kind. Tell me why we shouldn't do as Lord Simon wants. If that'll end the night, I'll do it.
Are you talking to the stabbed guy?
Nope, talking straight down into the thing, and I'm going to mind dredge it.
Okay. Oh, this is going to be
yes,
interesting because I wrote notes for this.
Woo!
Mind dredging
And
angel.
I'm-
That sounds like one of those things that's just like all of the madness points.
Yes.
It's gonna be
Right?
like Pacific
Like
Rim.
instant.
You need two people.
It wants communion, I'll give it fucking communion.
Oh my god! Go, Gertie! Holy shit!
Whatever happens, this is gonna
Um,
be cool, man. That's a cool thing to do. We believe in you.
we so believe
I'm gonna
in
be
you.
honest, I want, if we do fight this thing, I want one of those eyes for my mask.
Hell yeah, dude. I will personally pluck you the finest one of those eyes.
I have one last natural 20. I could use it for
Use
this if I
it.
want.
Oh, use it. I'll give you one. I'll give you my last
Yeah.
one if you need it.
Yeah.
Do I really want to, though?
Yes.
Bro, yeah. You're going into uncharted territory right now. Mind dredging a higher.
I'm mind dredging
yourself.
this nasty thing.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
gonna
a
use
two-way
my
street, right? Yeah.
I'm gonna use
So-
my last natural 20.
Do
Okay.
it.
It's gonna add 20 to whatever this is, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so
Ooh,
That's gonna be-
we are getting interesting here.
Ooh, nice.
a total of 48.
Woo!
And mind dredge at the power level I have literally just needs 20. So I
What?
was a little
So
too harsh.
read me or send me the copy, the text of the mind dredge ability, because I don't have it
Absolutely.
directly in front of me.
And oh gosh, where are you, mind dredge? You're my faithful companion.
You have it on like a favorite action, right? Just click it and we'll just ignore the roll, but it should still display the flavor text.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit, this is gonna be interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give it to you via Zoom.
Sure,
Ask her.
whatever you want. I'm still mad that I can't find
Gurney's
this
gonna be
article.
clockwork orange right now, just like
Oh no!
Yeah, yeah. Totally.
oh gosh.
Do you
God
wanna
be
send
with
this to
you,
me?
boy.
Okay.
And that is of the power level. This is the general description. Oh boy.
Okay.
If we are gonna kill this thing, I need to get whatever I can from it.
So.
If we can even kill it, damn.
All right. So you put on your mask. Your eyes flash, and you basically look directly into all of the eyes that this creature has opened to face you. As they all turn, all of them simultaneously turn to face you, even the ones down its throat. And your mind, like your vision, is just sort of sucked out of you for a second. how do I want to phrase this?
You die.
The first thing you see is what appears to be a vast terrain that stretches before you. It is not. It is like dark, ashy, kind of like very, very brown, with these sort of shadowy structures that you peek out in the distance. It just seems to stretch on forever, and above it stretches this just sort of infinite, sort of inky black void of space. And as you kind of you focus more, like as you're pushing past these thoughts into this creature, you're going to you're really only going to have time to see that its thoughts are not quite thoughts as you understand them, but rather you see a vision of just a sea of roiling, bubbling, necrotic flesh, just growing and expanding and contracting, just undulating like waves on the ocean. And you get the sense that this sort of ebb and flow of flesh is this creature's mind. Like, that is its thoughts. That is how it perceives. However, as this is sort of reaching you, I need you to make me a choice here. Do you want to instinctively recoil and protect your own mind, or do you want to stare into the abyss?
You know what? I've come this far, and I burned a very precious resource to get this delightful vision.
Okay.
Gurney will dive right in.
You are instantly going to take 3 points of madness.
Lovely.
And you
High dive.
in the process, you feel sort of you feel like your brain physically shifts as you come to understand. It's almost like you can see this just. It's not there physically, but you can almost perceive this pale, kind of ghostly tendril of this sort of pulsating tumorous growth radiating out from like one of the arms from this creature directly into your stomach like an umbilical cord.
Oh, that's not what I wanted.
Does he let go of me?
Oh gosh.
Oh. Does it hurt?
It's not. You don't feel it. You perceive that it's not physically there, but you can sort of see it.
Oh.
You also are going to see you're almost going to get a glimpse in this as an image forms in this creature's consciousness. It's resolving itself. It's dark. It's like it's pulsing. It's like you're looking at a video through a very strange filter, like a heat map or something. Like it takes you a second to realize what you're looking at before it clarifies, and you realize you're looking at the form, like sort of the shape of a person. You can just see sort of rippling colors and ideas flowing across to sort of make this silhouette. And in the center of it, you kind of perceive this orb, this sort of singular orb of blackness that just sort of pulses outwards, almost beating like a heart. And as it does, just sort of pumping, as it pumps, there's just a spider web of inky tendrils that sort of reach through this form and then die out, like they kind of disappear and then pump and they spread through it again and they kind of disappear. And as you kind of, you're almost reaching out, like you're kind of reaching to sort of, see what's in front of you, you realize that the figure is also reaching back towards you.
A little frantically now, Gurney is starting to almost flail towards it.
It is mirroring your actions.
Do I get any closer to it? Am I able to
no, because you can step forward a little bit, but it's not physical. You're seeing this thing's thoughts.
I think of the mask.
Okay.
And I try to project it onto this figure, and I simply think, what was the hole like? It was broken. What was inside?
There's your link is growing very tenuous at this point, and it's basically what's gonna happen is as you're trying to frantically, your mind is racing as you're trying to figure out what is going on here. You sort of reach up and you touch your own mask, and you see the figure itself sort of reaches up and touches its own face. There's no features, there's no discerning things. It's more like a dark shape than it has, than a reflection, but it reaches up and it touches its own face, and you feel sort of instinctively, you feel yourself channeling your own inner power, and as you do, you see that sort of in the center of this image, that kind of black orb begins once again sort of glowing, and those tendrils sort of spiderweb outwards. And that's pretty much the last thing you're going to see before it breaks.
The link breaks?
You can still sort of, you're slowly sort of being pushed out of this thing's mind, as that thought is then going to be sort of washed over by other things. However, there is a thing that's going to linger with you. And very similar to what you heard before, it kind of repeats in your head. It's this sort of discordant melody. It sounds like a pipe organ or like a whale or something like that is just playing, a series of notes, but you can't place it. It's just something about those notes just is off. It's wrong. It's like that. It just sticks out in your head. It's not supposed to be. Things aren't supposed to sound like that, and that sound is just gonna kind of keep repeating in your mind. And as it does, you kind of feel your stomach kind of twinge a bit.
As he is sort of brought back into his body, Gurney takes a step back and
more like stumbles backwards.
More like, yeah, like it's like, oh gosh, my limbs are numb. It feels very odd. He starts clawing at his chest at that blackened scab, and he just snarls as he turns away from it, and his teeth are just grinding together as he just says, "Words! Why can't you just use words? Why is it all these inconsistencies? What was the whole? What was the whole? Useless.
Gurney!
They're endless and useless."
So what did you see?
And
Did you hear the same thing I've heard?
What the hell do you hear? You don't hear anything, Felix. It's not real.
So you did hear it.
Hear? No, you hear a beautiful fake noise. I hear
Beautiful. That's what I told
Snap
myself.
out of it.
That's what I've told myself.
Oh,
And he just sort
goodness.
of adjusts his mask and he tries to regain some sense of composure as he just turns his gaze to all of these others around him. How do you make sense of it? How do you make sense of it without becoming a withered, useless husk? What use is that? What use is this knowledge if you're rooted to the ground? Helpless. This is action. This is power that can make the world alive. What am I supposed to do with this? What am I supposed to do with that?
We kill it.
We kill it.
No. No. Wait, no. It's not trying to harm anyone. It's just there.
This is-
There's other harms than physical harm, boy. I believe this creature is trying to mentally harm you too.
I mean, yeah.
Madness is harm.
No.
Look at what you two are talking to. Look at that thing. You're trying to make sense of it? I think I'm ready to attack something. I don't know
I don't want to wait any longer. I really just, I want to, I mean, full on. I am now really upset. Not only that my family is gone, but now it is taking this new band of friends that have helped keep each other alive, and now I'm done. And I'm going to go full Banshee.
No,
And with
no.
a
No.
rise up in the air and absolutely start clawing at all the hosts around it first.
If she starts going like clockwise, I'll start going counterclockwise because I'm right next to her. I think it's like,
Done.
let's do this.
Done.
So-
Yeah.
Here, let me
Around the rosy.
let me narrate
Yeah.
a
This
little
is
bit.
going to jump out in front of Vesper and try to stop.
And I go right through him
Oh,
Yeah.
in ghost form.
Never tried to stop a banshee.
You can do that? You can't
She's
do that.
incorporeal.
That's
Yeah.
actually a good point. She is incorporeal.
Whoops.
Yeah, her
You
claws are
can hit
actually.
incorporeal things.
Yeah, no, you can attack her, but her claws are actually not even real claws. They're energy.
You can only
attacks.
attack her with words, not with physical attacks.
Boy.
Also,
How has anything attacked her up until this point?
When she's
no,
not in
she
that
can still be hit, but she's just like she's also incorporeal is a thing.
It's like attacking air.
You need an enchanted or silver weapon to
Oh, yeah, that's
make
right.
contact.
Okay, so
Okay, so
I'm gonna narrate a little bit, and then we're gonna find out where we end. So the Felix, as you sort of jump down from your platform, you kind of try and rush in front of Vesper as she just the wind picks up around her, her hair kind of blows backwards, her face sort of sinks, is pulled into this tightened sort of death mask of shriveled like flesh in this scowling scream as her dress tatters and kind of ends in smoke. She begins just sort of flying the nearest person, claws. What is that? I don't know what that is.
what is? Oh, now you're going crazy.
Oh, I know what it is. Yeah. So she begins just tearing through the nearest one as you are rushing behind her, trying to stop. The Ulrich is going on the other side of the sword, just smashing through one. And you guys, there are about 10, 12 in the room, so it's going to take you guys a circuit, but you can eventually, if you wanted to, or if you would like to, one by one just sort of attempt to crush these sort of prone fetal humanoids, and and just smash them where they huddle.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
So you roll for it? Yeah. No problem.
No, you don't not for this part, because they are really not in a great position to defend against you. However, you guys are Felix. Did you want to do anything?
So I imagine Vesper is able to immediately probably take out one or two before Felix can even get down there. But he slides his way down and quickly just rushes in front of one of them, and then she just goes right through him. And then so he rushes over to the next one trying to stop that. And at that point, Ulrich has already made the circuit, and it's down to just the last one. And Felix just stands in front of it with his own body, trying to block either of them if they...
Dang.
Step away, boy. Actually,
I'm just
sorry.
gonna-
I went into rage mode. Get out of the way, Felix.
There you go.
Don't
I'm just gonna
make
rise up.
me kill you.
And howl at him, like elongated jaw, howling at Felix.
They're
I'm
not-
still on the platform at this
They're
point.
not trying to hurt us. They're just here. You're just slaughtering them.
That's no state
They're-
of life.
They're
Look at
They're
people.
feeding it. They're feeding it. They'll never be people again, Felix.
Yeah, they're not people anymore.
Felix holds up his arm.
Ah.
Long one. Am I not a person anymore?
You are not a host to this thing.
Depends what you choose.
Ah.
Your choice is what makes you a person or not. Right now, Felix. You've got two people, three, including Gurney back there in front of you. And then this. And I gesture to the eye manta ray.
I'm not moving. There's still something left here. I don't know what it is. I don't know anything, but I know that doing this isn't going to help us.
And
This-
leaving this thing alive isn't right.
Helps no one.
You know that.
This is part of the madness of this night. This forever
Do
night.
you really think that killing this will change things?
It will help. It cannot subsume anyone else if it is dead.
It's a false god.
That's
It is a false
no,
god.
but
I can't
He
leave
said-
you alive.
he said the blood was stolen. That we weren't meant to have it. That it wasn't the will of this god.
This is not a god. This is an aberration.
Word of our
Does this
community's
look
acclaim
like a
spreads.
god to you? Does this look like love and light to you?
I don't know.
Can I telekinesis him gently out of the way?
You can try. Not without him reacting.
Yeah.
I don't want to hurt him.
Will's got nothing to do with it, Felix. This thing is no longer a god. It's no longer, never was an angel.
This is not an angel. This is not holy. This is not.
Who are you to say?
The word of
Because-
God.
Because I have seen you, I have seen Gurney experience madness. Madness is not holy. It is not a
Madness-
revelation.
This is it's.
You know, yeah. I'll put
Madness
down
is
my
what
sword.
happens when you learn too much. When you become godlike. That maybe we were never meant to. We were never meant to be like gods.
Never meant to.
No.
And we never
Are you all so feeble? Never meant to.
What?
Please. you know anything about this city, it's fallen time and time again. I've seen how ancient it is. Layers upon layers. This thing, it can only die once. My city.
Can I prescience check him? Like, who am I talking to right now? Am I talking to
Your
Goody?
city.
You're welcome to. Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah, what the fuck is happening right now?
Yes, I would like to.
I'll let her. It's not gonna make me mad. Or matter.
Yes. 19.
That's against my will, isn't it?
Prescience?
Yeah, it's gonna be an opposed check
I think
for
so.
you.
An opposed check?
Yeah.
Baby, my prescience is strong.
Oh no!
Unless it's
Wheaten it!
unless it's targeting like my resolve or something.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
I
We'll
think
say,
you would
let's say,
roll
no,
to-
yeah, let's say resolve.
Yeah.
Okay, my resolve is 12.
Well, you
Alright.
roll it still.
I roll still. Why?
I don't know. On the character sheet, it says under resolve, it says click to roll to resist bane.
This is not a bane. I think she's just trying to
A new
get
follower.
some insight
Yeah.
on.
It's an attribute.
Mhm.
Oh, but I do have a precognition boon or preferred boon precognition.
Oh, you have a
make any
preferred
sense?
boon of precognition?
Yes.
Wow, that gains future into what Gurney might do.
All right. Well, we'll say for now, on a 19, Gurney, I'm not gonna answer for you.
Vesper, you get the sense that this is still Gurney. It's a bit harrowed, though. It's like almost sort of like a frayed tapestry. If that makes any sense.
That makes sense.
Um,
That's a great image.
But it's also like he's sort of like he's having a euphoric moment, like he's having like a eureka moment, and he kind of looks spitefully down on all of you and just shakes his head and says, "I give you all the credit. You're amazing, but you have such small, tiny ambitions. Don't you see what this night gives us? It's right in front of us."
Tell me, I don't understand. Please.
They talk about communion. And I've only got a small glimmer of what these works of art. And he's sort of like, he's pointing at the half-finished rune on the ground, and he says, "It's what we are meant to ascend to shrug off these disgusting burdens. Think of how tall Palemore will be by the end of this night. It starts with this. This is our building block. Felix." And I cut Gurney's wrist, and I sort of like splash the blood over it in this like dismissive manner. "Feed that urge. There's so much of it inside. Come dig with me."
Gurney! Snap out of it! The hell's gotten into you?
Oh my god.
Looks like it's just me and you, Vesper.
Yes.
And Gurney turns on his life drain, and sort of kicks a rock down at the thing, and says, "Get it, Felix."
He takes his scissors out and he slices both of his arms open. And with blood dripping from each of them, he lashes out. The scissor blades now long and almost rope-like, but still sharp.
I don't want to do this, boy.
Felix can't hear you. His eyes are glazed over.
Felix.
He's shaking.
We're your friends. Yeah.
Yeah.
The gods are... The gods have come for me.
Oh no.
Perhaps today God calls for all of us.
I draw my rapier, or the saber, the one that can catch on fire. I turn it on, and I jump down to attack the side of this tumor before us, as I yell out to Felix, "It's full! Empty it with me!"
Oh my god.
Felix will attack.
Oh my
So, okay.
god.
Yeah, I'll,
So
I'll
you
let him
guys-
pass me. He doesn't seem to attack
So
me.
you guys
I'll
are
let him go.
attacking the creature in the center of the room.
Oh,
Yes.
well, that depends.
That was my
Felix is-
intention. This is my intention. I wanted to get you blood crazy to attack this aberration that has so much blood in it. There's so much stuff to spill, Felix. That was my
Sure.
aim.
But there are two other people standing in my way.
Then I yell at them to back away from you and
Oh yeah.
come over to
Have
this
at it.
thing.
Yeah, I'll stand aside.
And I tell you guys to do it fast.
All right,
I will
trust
get out
you
of
before.
their way with a quickness.
This might be the last time I trust you, Gurney, but I'll step
So
away.
real quick. Just
Very
want to
real.
make sure, because I was pretty sure that Felix was of a different mind. Felix, you are attacking the creature.
I am attacking the two people who are right in front of me. That.
My intention was.
No hard feelings, however this ends, bro.
Right. Hey.
All right.
I mean, I egged him
Felix-
on.
We're
Just
gonna
know
be
you started.
well. We're gonna be rolling initiative in a second, so I need to know who's doing what.
I'm attacking full on with the flame saber.
Okay.
If I can see that Felix is looking at me and pointing his scissors at me, I will definitely be engaging to defend myself.
And if that's happening, I will definitely back to back with Ulrich to defend each other.
Okay.
You're outnumbered, Felix. Don't do anything stupid.
Felix still can't hear you.
All right. So, who is?
Normally, you are his friends, and he would think of you first and attack the other thing. But this is his god.
Wanted to convince you otherwise.
God.
Okay.
Crazy boy.
So, Felix, I guess you were going to attack Ulrich first, and at the same time, Gurney, you were attacking the creature. So I need both of you to roll me attacks, and then we're gonna roll some initiative.
All right.
It's a 28 plus 4, 32 against Ulrich.
32
Yikes,
against
okay.
Ulrich's defense.
Mm-hmm.
So my guard's 21, so he got me 11 over.
Do I need to roll
Okay.
initiative here, right?
And then
we will in just 1 second. Yeah.
I also, in cutting myself, engage my reckless frenzy and would like to also attack Vesper.
Okay. Let me find some damn music here while you do this.
It's a 37. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh, exploded.
That's a 47 against Vesper.
Don't worry, Vesper. Don't worry.
I'm so sorry.
Blah, 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 blah. What? Blah, what?
It's a 47. That's a natural 47.
How do you get 2d20s?
It's 2d20. Keep the highest. Have advantage because of
Yeah.
my rage.
That's a doobie.
b-
What is
wow.
what is your guard, Vesper, in Banshee form?
I don't know because I leveled up and we didn't do it.
She's immune to physical attacks.
It says 16 on the thing on roll 20.
16. Ouch.
But what did you say, Ulrich? You said I'm immune to physical attacks?
This is a blood.
Well, I said it.
magic
I didn't
attack.
make it, unfortunately. I'd like to believe that.
You're not
That's
immune.
what
She
You-
does have extraordinary defense at level 3, at cost of level 3,
Let me.
as a banshee. And she does have reckless frenzy as well, as a banshee.
That doesn't help.
That's when she attacks.
Yeah, but I do have extraordinary
Don't worry.
defense.
She's not the only one with reckless frenzy.
I have it too.
Yeah,
We
I know,
all
I know,
have
I
it.
know. Don't worry, but
Oh yeah,
you might
know,
not be getting
okay.
good attacking.
So extraordinary defense was what we gave you for your incorporeal nature, I believe.
So you
Yeah,
get plus
yeah.
3. You had it was level 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that means you have 19 guard.
Yeah.
In that case, it buffs
Oh.
all of your resistance.
Yeah.
by
Whoa.
plus 3.
Oh, hey, cool.
Alright,
19.
So
19.
how much? So that sounds like math.
Oh,
What do you
this
beat
is so
Ulrich by?
harsh.
I don't know.
Oh, 11. I took 11 damage.
11 damage to you, Vesper. How much does 47? You said 47.
Yeah, it
Beat
was
your
47
guard by.
minus
That sounds
19.
like
Oh, by 19, a lot.
28.
38.
28.
28. My bad. I'm bad at math. All right. So Vesper, you are going to take 28 points of damage.
Oh, dead.
You're unconscious.
Oh, yeah. My hit points, if they're correct, my hit points are 18.
God damn it!
All right. So
Ulrich is so mad right now. It's not even funny.
let me put this on. As Felix kind of grabs his blades on these sort of long tendrils of blood, he's gonna kind of like lash out as Ulrich puts up his sword, and then one of them is gonna like whip around the sword, and Ulrich just kind of slash like right across your chest. Just kind of creating this horrible kind of carving wound. And Vesper, the other one, he kind of lashes it around your neck, and even though you are kind of incorporeal, this sort of whip of blood is basically gonna like Indiana Jones around your neck with the blade kind of like stuck pointing up here, and as he
Oh my God.
pulls it backwards, it's gonna like a ripcord. The blade is just gonna slash across your throat, just kind of send almost instantly, like with a snap. You kind of, your eyes go wide as your hair is gonna fall, your dress, everything is gonna recorporealize as you are gonna drop like a stone down to the ground, sort of splashing into the water below. And with that, we're gonna roll some initiative because Felix, you also attacked, correct? Gurney.
Gurney. I got a 17. Is there anything more that I roll with this special blade with the gas on it?
Yeah, I have it somewhere. So basically, basically the way this thing works is the fire on it doesn't last particularly long. It's only gonna last. You can trigger it, and it's only gonna last 2 rounds. But
Okay.
on those 2 rounds, you're gonna get extra damage dice, and
Okay.
you're also going to you also get advantage against certain things. This is not one of them.
Oh, I see. In that case, what extra damage would I get?
You will, however, get it's 2d6 of damage while it is active.
On fire. So I would roll 2d6, right?
Yes.
Okay. So 17 was the base. Exploding, 16, 23, 33, 35 total against this this very old monstrosity.
All right. All right. Okay. So as you sort of stumble back, by the way, this thing's back, the side that was not facing you is there are a few limbs that are kind of stretching out of it, but it is mostly a mass of these thick, sort of worm-like tendrils that are sort of transparent. They look like these sort of fleshy tubes that are just kind of hanging down off of it like hair. And you also notice that immediately beneath that there is what appears to be a carpet of things that are kind of moving like hundreds of fingers. That is just sort of down its back. As you basically ram this sword in and you kind of flip the switch, it is gonna flame to life, and you feel this thing kind of shudder as it, like, its two wings are actually gonna reach backwards and grip the ground. Their long, kind of tendrily fingers kind of gripping the ground like hands as it lets out this sort of room-shaking bellow. And as it does, it is going to begin lumbering its bulk, turning towards you. And as it does, everyone needs to roll me some initiative. So let's get it going. Let me get my document here. Okay, then I will ask for it right about now. Felix, what do you get?
Hold on.
Ah!
Yes.
Wait, why does he get two things?
28.
Why does he get... You're rolling initiative. Why did you...
It's agility, right?
Wait, what?
It's initiative is you roll your agility, right? Or is it just a straight
It's just a D20, right?
All right, then just
Wait
a
a minute.
23. Right, then
I'm so confused.
Give me a
yeah.
second.
See, Ulrich clicked on.
Yeah, I
his
think you do
initiatives.
agility.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's 21 for me.
All right. So, Felix, what do you get?
Oh, you can explode that 8 too.
Oh, yes, I can.
I got a 28.
28. All right. Gurney.
That's 27.
Gurney got a 1.
I got a natural 1.
Gurney got a 1. Ulrich.
18.
18. And Vesper is
27.
27, but you were also unconscious.
Damn it.
Oh, that's right.
Don't smile when you say that.
Yeah.
I thought you remembered it.
Somebody
Okay.
can just use me as like a rag doll and like sock puppet me.
Don't
Except you're
worry.
incorporeal.
No, she went back to.
I'm sure.
He dropped me. My unconsciousness is I'm now back to human rag doll unconscious.
And in the water.
Retribution.
Face down, probably.
You hope. Speed.
All right. All right.
I don't want
all
to kill
right,
you. I'm
all
so
right.
sorry.
So that means that we are currently at. Oh no, I have to roll for this thing. It's R1d20 plus 2. Not great. Is at 8. All right. So Felix, you are up first. What do you want to do? As you kind of blood has touched the ground, is kind of smoking on the earth, steaming in the cold air. Your frenzy grows. What do you want to do?
I mean, Ulrich is still right in front of me.
Bring it
Gurney,
on!
do you have-
I have attacked the thing. Does its moan gain his attention?
I don't know.
In that I want to defend it more. Literally, you attacked me while I was defending one of the things protecting it or feeding it. Like, I don't know how else to.
It's okay, buddy.
I'm swinging still. I'm still swinging at Ulrich.
Your choice, bro. Nah,
This is
you
the
you
only
make
thing-
that. Now we gotta sleep in it. Let's do it.
I mean, this
Me
is the
and
only
you.
thing Felix would do.
Together.
All right.
He's like, you see a moment of hesitation as Vesper falls to the ground or into the water, but as Ulrich, he turns back to Ulrich and sees the blood still spilling from him. The resolve is strengthened. He just swings for 28.
Nice. My guard is 21, so
7
another,
damage.
7 damage. So as he
Another
slashes,
21.
at you, you are suffering more cuts across, like your leather gear is being slashed to ribbons. You feel the blood flowing beneath it. What kind of shape are you in? You still good? Are you?
I am a little above bloody, so I'm 21 out of 39. So.
All right.
Thank
So you were holding him back, but you're taking a
Oh.
lot of injury in the process.
It's not blood-stained yet, my clothes.
All
Only
right.
internal bleeding. Yeah.
All right. That means that how do you want to respond? It is your turn, right? It is Ulrich, yes.
Yeah. It is a sin to strike thy neighbor. And yeah, Ulrich sees, Vesper on the ground, and just kind of like Dragon Ball Z status over in the Ulrich camp right now. So focus, sword of judgment. And then since one of my companions is down, I'm going to invoke a nat 20 on this. So it's going to be
Ooh.
hopefully, so whatever this is, it's going to be plus 20. And I have advantage 2 on it since it's against a single target and I'm in rage mode. Godspeed. Yeah, Ulrich kind of like, it's super Dragon Ball mode, and then like almost like quiet, eyes closed, goes for it.
All right. Powerful strike.
Boom.
Go for it. Nat 20
One of
on
those.
top of the nat 20.
Wow, okay.
Exploded again.
Divine retribution. Oh my goodness. Okay, not too bad. Alright, so 29, 33, 53 plus the nat 20.
Okay, so my max HP is 20,
What's your guard?
so 17.
Yeah, that's not enough.
It's not enough. In fact, with the fact, because I used my Reckless Frenzy, I had 15. I don't know if the double your HP rule applies like it does in D&D.
Nope.
No? Okay.
We ain't D&D now.
Do
Okay,
it
well, I
gone
just need-
now.
So, that's a 53. I am at, like, negative, like, 18, maybe.
All right. So,
Bad.
Ulrich,
We were friends, Felix! We were friends!
as Ulrich brings up his sword and just, it like,
Oh my God.
if you've seen, he's been carrying this sword for forever. The sword is less not shaped like a sword. It's more like a giant slab of metal that has been sharpened on one side with kind of a hooked end, and he just brings it up over his head and just like a giant butcher's cleaver just brings it down. You're gonna kind of attempt to twist out of the way, but it catches you right on the shoulder, and you guys hear kind of like a sickening crunch as Felix's whole body is brought down to the ground in one swing, like breaking under the blade.
I would like to use my perk of Lucky to have luck. the GM decide what form the luck shining down upon me takes.
How often does this happen?
Once per session.
Once per session.
Really? Okay. We're not gonna deal with that just yet.
Okay.
But
it's fine.
consider it noted.
If the luck could be that I stop being crazy, and realize that
Oh, no,
attacking
no,
my
I
friends
know.
is
Now
wrong.
you want to stop being crazy that it's caught up with you.
Yeah. That's what you've been courting that crazy all
I know.
all the time.
It was funny
The whole
until the
campaign.
sword was over you.
Right? Yeah. Little
gosh.
which means
Damocles contrition there.
as that happens, that means that it is the creature's turn now. And with speed that you did not expect something this size to have, it is going to sort of twist around. One of its tendrils is going to make a grab for Gurney. So this is going to be what is it? 2d20 1 plus 2d10. Okay. We got a 32 with an exploding 10.
Oh no!
39 against Gurney.
39 minus 16 is 23.
Yeah.
I have 18 hit points. I immediately go down.
All right. So Ulrich, you watch as this thing whips one of these tentacle-like hands around, and instantly it's gonna kind of wrap around Gurney's body. The flaming sword still sort of lodged in its back, and as it grabs around him, it is going to yank, and you watch as it pulls the middle. Gurney's whole body is basically going to snap, like like fold over as it just.
No!
Unfortunately, Ulrich, it has one more attack.
Okay.
Oh my god!
This is going to be.
I hope it goes after me and not him anymore. Shit.
This is going to be a slightly different attack. As it finishes its turn, it is going to reach around with one of these 3-fingered hands to actually try and grab you.
And do this.
No.
Ooh. 1d6.
Oh shit! It exploded the 6. Damn it! He got me. He
20
barely got me then.
22.
My guard is 21, so.
Oh.
Okay. So
wow.
you feel
Slow
this thing.
motion.
You feel this thing grab around your chest. These fingers are like feet long. As you feel it grab around your torso and just begin lifting you up. And as it does, it is bringing you up in the air towards its face, as this sort of fleshy, toothy petals begin opening up on its face, and you're basically looking down into what appears to be a cavernous tube, like a throat that is just lined completely with eyeballs that are looking at you.
Oh my god.
No!
And it is going to. Unfortunately, that is its turn. Gurney, what do you want to do as you're being pulled towards this thing's strange face?
I would like to.
Not you. You're dead.
You said
I
Gurney.
meant Ulrich. Sorry, I meant Ulrich.
I was like, sweet.
You let me on.
I was like, oh, got some help in this.
It's all awful. It's all awful.
Okay, well, first thing I'm thinking is shit. The second thing I think of, Ulrich, is like, wait, I want to try to Luke Skywalker this shit with the Rancor with my golden spear and try to like maybe throw that in sideways and keep it from closing.
Okay.
Smart.
Or maybe if I can see the bottom of it, maybe I can just go spear first into it. Otherwise, I'll try to keep it from swallowing me.
Okay. I will let you. I will let you up your defense against, particularly against being swallowed, by 5.
Nice. Okay, so I added 5 to my guard and just. Okay.
Yeah, to your defense. Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
All right. Are you gonna do anything else, or are you just gonna sort of brace yourself?
Well, if I can, if I can try to just like hack off myself from this, I will. The problem is, I think all the weapons I have are pretty big, so I don't think I can really do anything one-handed. Other than that, I would scream for my life to my companions and wake up, and then scream to God.
All right. It is going to. It is going to use both of its attacks, and I'm gonna give it. It's gonna use its attack again, on its turn, to attempt to swallow you. 23.
No.
That's
No!
1, and this is
Odds are it's with me.
23.
Yes. Oh, God.
So you
Wow.
are being
Wow.
you are being
I'm holding
sort of
that
like
spear.
wedged in, and as you're kind of stuck, like you feel the squishing sort of feeling of these eyes sort of pressed up against you. They're up against your face, your body. They're like right here in front of you. And as you're being pushed down into this mouth, I suppose, and as it does, you feel sort of these large fleshy petals covered in like molar-like teeth that are beginning to close around you. How do you want to? Do you want to resist? Do you want to do something?
Yeah, hell yeah, I want to resist. Hell yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I'll
if
just
I can, I want to just use that spear wedged in there to just kind of like as something to lift myself out of there, and then maybe just start using my sword to kind of like paddle my way out, even or anything.
Go ahead and
Basically,
make me an attack.
Stab. Yeah. Can I maybe use like my kind of just like a big sweeping thing? Would that be good? For
Yeah,
this?
you
I
can
do
use
have
whatever
a
kind of
piece.
attack you want, and you also
Okay,
have a nat
sick.
20 in case you need it.
Oh, I'll be using that definitely. All right. Well, this one I can attack 2 things without disadvantage, or I could use a 1 thing. But I figure maybe these tentacles all sweep me. It'd be better to do a double slice. Okay.
Go for it, my friend.
All right. Here we go. Wait, hold on. Plus 2d6, 2d6. So this is a might one. And then I'll use the nat 20.
Okay.
So, exploding 6. Hell yeah.
Oh, that shit.
Thank you, God. Wait, this isn't for God. This is for my friends. Yeah. Oh.
The power of
Hell
friendship.
yes. Yeah. All right, sweet. I'll take it. I'll take that any day. Nice.
Where do you get
So
your power?
20, 32, 38, 40 even.
40. Okay. You
Yeah,
you
yeah.
bring this blade across in an arc, and you feel it kind of as you scream, close your eyes, you feel it cut through flesh. You know, you feel it sever through tendons and all kinds of just horrible, like disgusting, squishing, like molding flesh behind it. As you have just you feel like physically feel the heat of like a torrent of blood pouring out of this thing's face, or whatever it is, as you have smashed into it. Unfortunately, it's still holding on to you.
Fuck. Well, I doubt. Wait. Ooh. Again, this is supposed to be only if they could see me. If I was 10 over the guard, everybody would have a chance to roll like a 1d8 for healing. I think it was. But I don't know, since they're knocked out, I
Nope.
don't know, maybe that's a chance for them to wake up.
Nope, they are. You physically killed
can't blame
one
me
of
for
them.
trying.
You
Yeah.
No one is
smashed him
Hell
into
yeah,
pieces.
hell yeah, I did. No. Okay, well, they physically killed someone else, so just as
Fair.
Yeah. Valid.
Yikes.
Any last moves?
Yikes. I will, well, I guess, can I try to, at this point, since I am a little bit getting out, like, kind of almost use the spears like a little pole vault, and try to just, like, kind of use it as, like, a gondola kind of thing to
To do what?
sort of, like, to basically, like, kind of push it down into this sinking mass and just use it to kind of, like, give me a little leverage to push out from, kind of like a, like a pole vault kind of thing, or maybe like a ski pole. type deal?
You
You're
can,
like one of those
I mean,
gondolas
you could
Italy?
start using this. I mean, you could start prizing yourself free. It's not really,
Yeah.
you
Oh,
know,
okay.
that's not really going to take much of an action. I'm not going to make you roll for it, because you scored a pretty
Okay.
nasty wound on this. But I was more asking if you had anything major you wanted to do, any abilities, any special inflictions, anything like that.
Ooh, well, I could do my reckless frenzy to give me another attack on it if that could lend me free.
A new follower.
Yeah.
Do you want to take that 5 damage though?
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. That's why it's like I don't know. Yeah, the only thing I really would want to do is just kind of be screaming to my friends to hopefully wake them up, or maybe I could grenade throw a potion at someone.
We don't have potions.
I think I have 2. Yeah, but maybe we don't. Yeah. Yeah, I guess nothing other than wriggling myself free.
Okay.
And screaming to my friends. Yeah.
It is going
I
to
guess,
reach
or
up.
look around. Should I look around at anything? Maybe look for anything I can grab onto. Is that?
It's up to you. Just whatever it is.
Yeah. Maybe can I look for a stalactite to just? Pull myself?
Those are a bit higher up. You could, in theory, try and reach one, but you'd have to get I mean, they're a bit above your head.
All right, screw it then. Yeah. I think about all my past sins and what I should have done better with my friends.
All right.
That's what I did.
It is going to use its tendril, grab, and you watch it sort of lift up, and it is going to attempt to grab you and slam you back down on the ground. And this, unfortunately, you don't get the +5 against this because it's not shoving you down its throat.
Shit. Grudge match. Fuck. Okay. Use a force.
Oh,
Yes.
fuck, 19.
Yes.
And then it has a
Nice.
second smaller tentacle attack for 22.
Damn it. All right. Well, that little bit.
All right, so it's still holding on to you, but it is. However,
1 damage.
because you injured it, it is going to begin letting out this bellow, this low, sort of sonorous, discordant, maddening bellow, and I need you to make.
God, when you
me-
started that, when you're like, "Oh, you injured it," I was like, "Oh, cool, a good thing." And then it's just.
I need you to make me a will check.
Okay. Will. Okay, I get a D8 bonus on that. 1 second. Boom. Ooh.
Okay.
Shit.
Your rage is building, and as the blood pumps through your veins, this song, you feel it also begin sort of echoing, not just through the stone and not just through the air, but also through you, almost like a tuning fork. And as it does, you feel sort of your stomach, your gut begin to sort of roil and rip, as if something, as if you're gonna be sick, but it doesn't feel like nausea. It's almost like it feels like something is shifting down there.
Ugh.
What do you want to do?
Oh no! Oh
Yikes.
no!
Man. Well, I don't want to go with the madness if that's it. I'd like to attempt to wriggle myself free once again.
This thing
Or-
attempted to smash you down on the ground, so we'll say at this point you're probably not in great shape, but you're on the ground. It still has its kind of its claw, its gripping hand around your leg or something like that.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'd like to cut myself free. I think my main thing is cutting myself free, getting away so I can heal or resurrect one of my comrades right now.
Do you have any ability to? Well, you can try and cut yourself free if you want, or
Yeah,
prize
let's
yourself
one
free. How do you
step
want?
at a
How do you want to
time.
do that?
Well, if I can, I'll just kind of just shove the sword, whatever's holding my leg, kind of just almost like a chisel, and just gonna just bam, pry it off. And I don't mean jab it in between my leg and it. I mean jab it in whatever's holding me straight off
Okay,
right there.
go for it.
Nice. All right. Well, if I'm still in rage mode, that means I get advantage too. Oh god, this music's a little too intense. I'm kind of scared. You know what? I'm not
Roll
even.
big,
gonna-
roll big, did money.
Yeah, I'm just.
I
gonna use
love
the nat
you!
20. I'm just gonna use the nat 20 to get away right now. It's this is starting to. The longer I feel like I'm on my own right now, the more I feel like something bad's gonna happen.
I want to scream.
Okay, so I have advantage 2 on this, which actually, hold on, that should be 3. And then I'm gonna use my second to last nat 20.
Okay.
I have 4 at the start of the day. So I've been hoarding them. All right, roll for friendship. Yeah, exploded a 6. Wait, I forgot to do the K.
Roll that 6.
Yeah. All right, so 14 plus 2 plus 6.
Explode it.
So that's
Nice, a 5er. Okay.
that's 20 plus 27.
Yeah, nice.
Okay.
I mean, I hope that's
You're
nice.
you're gonna have two more behind that. Two more 20s behind that. Oh no, that's plus 20. So it's 27
just
plus 20.
120.
All right.
Yeah.
So you basically smash your
Get
your
away!
sword into this arm. Kind of, you feel it, kind of the sinuous flesh. If there's bone beneath it, or is like smacked
Yeah.
away. A large kind of cut on it as it flops, like the wrist joint broken a little bit as it kind of claws against the ground to try and get you. Your leg is free, and you instinctively kind of scuttle back a few paces in the mud and the water. What do you want to do? Do you want to? I mean, so the way it is there's this creature in the center. You are in front of it, and behind you is the platform and the door that you came in, and on the other side of it are your friends.
Shit. I have a kind of a silly idea. I don't know if this is any good. Maybe I'll just pitch it before we try it. But I almost wonder if I should try to climb up the platform, lure it to chase me, jump off the platform over it, and then hopefully resuscitate you guys, and then we all are cornered in the back and we all fight.
Unfortunately, there's no one here to strategize with you.
Okay.
Because
Well,
they're all dead.
I don't know. For some reason, I feel like that's a better option than just trying to go straight up just around it. So,
I think there's one other option you are not considering.
there probably is. But
And
unfortunately,
it's more obvious than you think.
that's the worst problem for me. I always just run away. Just run away. Just run around it. Run away.
They're
can't
trying
run away
to
and
get you to
leave you
embrace
guys.
the madness. They want you to be the Skittles.
There's no way I can just run away. That's crazy.
I deserve it.
That's the question. Is Ulrich the type to do that?
Nah. Okay, all right. Let's. You know what? I'm gonna try my freaking
Taste the
Michael
rainbow.
Jordan, Shaquille O'Neal plan. I want to
Okay.
do it.
I will
Fucking-
let
Wow, that's the plan. I
I'm
love
gonna
that.
slam
name.
duck this. Yeah, let's do it.
I will let you climb up. Go ahead and roll me an agility check.
Okay. Well, I just got a lovely.
No, you know what?
Nice.
A might check.
Okay.
Because
All right,
might
sweet.
is for jumping.
You know
Also,
what?
by the way,
ch-
check
yeah.
your Zoom messages.
I did check that, and that's why right now I feel like the chat is with me, and I say, let's do this in 3 moves or less. No messing around. I'm nat 20 the whole way across. This is
right.
Ulrich is being guided by divine light right now. All right, so just a straight up might check is gonna be. That's good for me. That's really good actually. D20.
Oh my god.
6. All right, and then there's a nat 20 on top of this. No. Whew. I'm glad I did that. Okay, so 31.
All right. So you basically kind of like pull yourself up on this thing, and you see this thing reach on the platform. You see this creature reach one of its sort of wings forward, using it as a hand to pull it with a bit of speed that you were not expecting. As it is crossing the distance, and as it does, you just sort of back up a step and use all your strength to vault. You're not going to be able to clear its whole body, but you kind of jump off to the side. And as you hit the water, you kind of roll around, and so you are now in the water on the side of it. You're not going to be able to get to your companions this turn, unfortunately, because you have done a lot of moving, a lot of fighting, but you are basically pulling
I'll do
yourself
what I
as
can.
close to them. Yeah.
Right.
It is going to reach around with its tentacle one more time and smash at you.
No.
Oh my god, I can't roll today. That is a 21, and this is with the
Yeah.
other hand.
I just barely am able to shield that one.
Jesus
He knocks
Christ!
the wind out of me.
A 21 and a 21 as you are pulling away from it.
Thank you, God! And my friends, which I know when they're knocked out, they're imagining that they're really sorry for what they did, and that they.
This
Imagine
creature
Felix
cannot
is in
get him.
torment right now.
Oh gosh, this is the power of friendship. Yeah.
All right, it is
Yeah.
grabbing at you, but you pull away as you feel the tentacle wrap around your foot as you just kind of use your might to pull yourself away. Ulrich, what are you doing? You can reach any one of the broken bodies of your friends that you want.
Any one of them? Yikes.
Felix.
Well, I'm like, yeah, Vesper.
Yeah, the murderer. Sure.
No, that's fine.
I
Yeah.
immediately just freaking ninja turtle roll over to Vesper, and I'm just like, CPR, or like just yank open a potion and just start shoving it down her throat.
True
Roll
love's kiss.
roll me a
I have.
roll me a creation check.
I was looking at creation and I was like, oh, don't ask for that one. All right, that's all right though. I don't get any bonuses, but we've got. You know what? I'm gonna nat 20 this then. This is my good old my god chat friends out there helping
What's
us
up,
out.
Speedy?
Well, I believe the heal boon can use a few different attributes. If you have logic or learning, I think those are possible as well. But
Somehow I don't think
Actually,
so.
I have a little bit of learning, but that would help. Yeah.
It's up to you.
But otherwise, I rolled an 18. I'm happy with that. I say, and then I rolled a
38.
used a nat 20.
What's the power level that you're invoking at?
Jesus, 2, 3.
Oh.
Whichever one will wake her up. For the love of God.
I'm checking right here. So
You
all right,
start,
so
Ulrich
go ahead.
looks a lot more younger than he did.
Go ahead and roll 1d8
CSU.
for your healing.
All right. Everybody think high numbers. Think 8.
Explode it!
What's it
Explode
gonna
it!
Better than 1. Better
All right.
than 1.
Vesper,
Yeah.
you are as he kind of channels in like his divine energy or his divine whatever, any sort of favor from his god that he has. You are going to feel yourself sort of be not completely, but very like roused to a very groggy, very painful consciousness. You still have a wound in your neck, but you are at least conscious for the moment.
Okay.
Good. Good luck.
That's pretty much because while your throat was cut, you weren't like smashed or broken in two.
Okay. Can I cast some heal on myself? I use my heal boon, or am I in the initiative?
Let me. I'm gonna, because I do this in D&D. I'm gonna make. We're gonna say you go last in the initiative. Anyone who enters the initiative goes last, which means you. As you, I might have to wait till he gets back. As you kind of see him looming over you, you're gonna have a moment of relief, followed by a moment of panic as you see this this shape sort of looming up above him. And as it does, you watch as these two wing-like tendril things are going to reach up to the stalactites on the ceiling and start snaking amongst them as the finger-like wings begin stretching out at full strength or full length. I'm waiting till he sits down to see what's gonna happen here. Oh Jesus!
Oh my.
Where is he? Where is he?
I have
need
natural
to-
defense. I have heal. I have natural defense.
A man has to be.
I have to go Banshee if I want to do Reckless Frenzy or Extraordinary Defense, because I don't have that in my human
Alright.
form.
you can't do Reckless Frenzy right now. You're at 2 HP. It requires you
Okay.
dealing 5 HP damage to yourself, which is a bad idea.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, good.
You're welcome.
Okay, Ulrich.
Extraordinary defense, not reckless friendly.
The creature has sort of pulled its, like, reached its tendrils up to the ceiling, gripping these stalactites on the ceiling, and you guys hear a cracking sound as it is using all of its strength to break off chunks of. It is basically going to rain chunks of stone down upon you.
Oh, shit.
So this is going to be.
If I can rush over to Vesper and try to shield her with my greatsword.
You're already standing over her.
All right, perfect. Oh yeah, duh. Awesome. Thank God.
Let me check something here.
This is gonna be. I'm gonna be like the coyote that gets out from under the anvil and has a huge whelp, and then like tries to stand up, and then the other one hits.
All right. This is going to be if it succeeds this.
Did not succeed. Jesus.
It does, which means it gets the stone damage, which is 2d6 plus 1d10.
Oh, ow.
Nope.
Fucking stoners.
All right. So, as it reaches up, you guys are gonna watch as it pulls with a loud, kind of bellowing, pained roar, just of terror and pain, of like a roar that is completely inhuman. It carries more weight behind it than any sound you've heard come out of a creature before. And as it pulls, the entire ceiling is going to begin cracking and smashing. And Ulrich and Vesper, you are going to take a 43 against your guard.
No. Can I take
No.
it for? All right. Yeah. Shit.
16.
Ooh. Uh-oh. I think I might be knocked out now. Use 46 against our guard.
43.
43. Okay. Wait.
Is
Yeah,
it 3?
shit.
Is that what you rolled, Askren?
43.
Oh, 43.
Yes.
Oh.
I'll
I
take
thought you said
4
4d3s.
D3s.
Nope.
actually.
Yeah, that's what I thought he said. That's exactly what I thought he said. Oops.
Total party
That
KO.
won't
Can they use natural 20s to reduce the
TPK.
damage?
Wait, no. Oh shit! I have actually a thing that I don't die. I just get reduced to 1 HP. Actually, just for this actual moment, I have that.
I
That
don't
is a
have
good
that.
thing to have.
It's called Die Hard. Yeah.
Okay.
Yippee-ki-yay.
That's me from going to 0
I was
HP.
like,
Here's the
Hey,
thing,
hey
though.
everybody, what's it?
Here's the thing. As the ceiling is torn down, it is going. Basically, you guys are gonna take quite a bit of damage. As the rocks just smash down upon you. Ulrich, for a short time, you are going to remain conscious.
I'm all
You
right.
are for the brief moment that you realize you are not dead. You are still covered in stones, like tons and tons of rubble. And the last thing you guys see is just this ceiling caving in on you before everything goes black. As the last of your consciousness fades in that dark subterranean cavern.
And next week, we'll be playing a mouse guard with a new. No.
Oh, this sucks.
Let me just change something here.
Is there any way to reactionary reaction?
He's got a plan.
Shit.
Something's
Yeah, just
happening.
go with it. You're allowed 1 tier. That's it. That's all what our characters can do. No.
You, let me just check something here. Okay.
Wake up.
Yeah, you wake up. It was all a bad dream. You were having a
Alright.
slumber party.
You all are going to slowly feel yourself be roused by a cold breeze across your cheek.
What?
And
I feel like I'm
as
back.
you instinctively sort of bolt awake from this strange reverie, the last thing you remember being the pain of your bodies being crushed and broken and torn, the rage, the madness, and the horror that filled your minds down in that cavern. You find yourself lying in the dirt, the cold air on your face, and you are looking up. No, that's not what I wanted. You are looking up at a bright, large, full yellow moon in a starless sky.
Not the sun?
You
I was
hear-
really hoping for the sun.
You hear the rustle
Right.
of leaves, of foliage around you.
Shit. This is like the first time, like in the very beginning when we died.
And as you all sort of rise to your feet, you realize that the sun in a kind of a blue, black, starless sky, you realize you are all standing in a graveyard. White flowers covering the bushes that spread over the tombstones around you in this somewhat familiar scene.
I'm gonna shake myself a little bit and kind of ease myself up and kind of sit and rest on a tombstone and look around at everyone.
Companions, I had the most disturbing dream. Tell
What
me it
dream
was
is?
not true.
Oh,
You would never hurt me, would you guys?
I'm going to walk over to Felix and just give him an unbelievable slap across the face.
I'm sorry.
Like body slam slap, like slap him back into the ground.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay.
And then I'm just going to
Sorry.
turn my back on him and walk back over to a tombstone and sit down again. And rest. And catch my breath. It's a
Oryx
yellow
sees
moon.
that, and it's like, wow, I feel like I know why she did that.
I reach up to my face, still lying on my back. Try to see if the mask is still there.
Your mask is still intact.
Get out. Dust myself off.
As you spend a moment regrouping, it's sort of the recollection is coming to you. You've stood in this place before. You've woken up in this place before.
Can we look? I want to see if there's anyone else in this graveyard.
Yep.
Yeah, is there anyone
If there's any
Yep.
old
As-
men sitting under trees.
As you stop and sort of look around, there's no one immediately around you. Not immediately. As you look, you kind of peer around. You see the fence or the wall that lines this strange place. And you notice that sitting on top of a hill not very far from you, a hill covered in these same white flowers, is what looks like a very old man sitting in a wheelchair. And he looks like he's resting. You actually, as you kind of blink a few times, you realize that his outfit is familiar.
I'm gonna sheathe my sword. I'm not approaching this guy
I
in
march
the
up.
combat thing. Yeah.
I march up, and Gurney just sort of like barks out. Callus! Callus,
Callum.
Callum!
He kind of
Callum.
shudders. He says,
Wake up!
"Ugh." And as he kind of twitches in his sleep, in his reverie, you find that he is almost struggling to stay asleep.
Does he look the same age as the last time I saw him?
The last time you saw Callum, he was a very old, sort of despondent man in a chair, and he was, well, at the same time you saw him, that was also the first time you encountered and engaged with the Tatterman.
We have seen him before that, though.
Yes, he looks very similar, yeah.
What is this place, old man?
He has to question.
Why do we keep coming here?
I look over to.
Sorry, say that again?
Actually, yeah, I don't know where we are. Never mind.
Yeah.
As you continue shaking him, eventually his reverie will break, and with kind of a shudder, he... No. I had gone back. Why must you recall me so?
This is no place for sleeping, old man.
There's naught else to do here. Why do you visit?
We were hoping you would answer that question for us.
Let me look up.
What is this place?
Nugudas killed us.
He says, This is a place of rest. A place to venture from. All hunts begin here. But this is nowhere.
Damn it.
He says, You...
Wow.
Who are you?
We've met before, haven't we?
We are seekers of truth.
You must excuse my memory. I have met many people, many times. I remember little these days.
Well, I'm
What
not-
would call someone here, old man?
You are bound here. You cannot die.
Bound. By what matter of magic, of mischief?
You have been... You are a part of the tapestry. And you cannot depart as long as the ritual remains.
This
Ritual, you say?
What ritual?
He's gonna raise a kind of a wizened hand and sort of point upwards towards the big full moon in the sky. He says, it descends because he calls it.
And who is he?
He is my greatest mistake.
And his name would be...
Aye, give us a name, old man. We have no time for your tricks of the tongue.
It's Simon, isn't it?
He says, Simon Gerhardt. He does not follow what I taught him. He has chosen his own way, but he is wrong. And for it we all pay the price.
The last time I spoke to you, you told me to let my thoughts arrive. You told me that I would find enlightenment, that I would find something. And all I ended up doing was hurting my friends.
He speaks.
Why?
There are many dreams. Not all of them are true. Some are the mind playing tricks on us. Some are the work of an unquiet conscience. And some are whispered in our ears as we sleep.
Oh, shut up. I don't care about your words, your fancy excuses. Your vague, nebulous, oh, let your thoughts ride. The things that you say, they don't mean anything. They're just the ramblings of an old man who has too many regrets.
He kind of pushes
and who's just about to make more.
He kind of pushes his chair a little bit to sort of turn weakly towards you, and from under his kind of, his slouching hat, he looks up at you with his scraggly beard, and he says, all my life, I sought to understand the secrets. There were too many. They went too deep. Simon, my greatest student and my worst tragedy. His ideas, his thoughts, his actions bring me only shame. But there is truth in my words. Do not accept the blood. It is not meant for us.
I got that, okay?
We got that, Callum. We got that. Anything
No.
else?
No. You talk of the blood. We got the blood. We understand its purpose and its corruption.
We've already taken it.
It was forced on
It's
us.
too late for us, old man.
No, there's something else. They want us to commune with them. They demand it. You know what I'm talking about.
He says, I am old, and I only wish my time here to be done. But I still have one story that remains untold.
What's that?
It's time to tell it, Callum.
He says, my student, my friend, and my mistake.
Yeah, Simon, we
Simon?
know.
He saw something. I do not know. But whatever he saw, it changed him. It set his mind alight with visions, with thoughts that men were not enough, that there was something more. And for a long time he worked in secret, right under my nose, cutting and carving, sewing and twisting, creating what he thought he saw, what he thought an ascension would be. And then Then he left. He left my teachings. He took men, brave, strong, into the depths. And there he found his poison, his source that would bring him the rebirth, the next step. But he is mistaken, for blood is not the conduit for our evolution. We evolve, we rise when they say it is time. And to do that, we must listen to their voices, for they are sympathetic to us.
Their voices.
He's gonna turn to Vesper, and he says, I have studied creatures beneath this for very long, and I know one thing for certain. They cannot come back of their own free will. They cannot produce more. They must have a conduit, a host. Someone must provide the womb to incubate the next evolution of our species.
And has this womb already been incubated?
Did you say our species?
Yes.
I am so tired of riddles and games and vague prophecy and night and blood and aberration. Can you please speak plainly? I do not understand, unless you mean the Queen. That's the only womb I know who has been
Do you think
poisoned and aberrated and meddled with.
Do you think Simon is trying to create this womb? Is that what he saw?
Are you asking me?
No, I'm asking Callum.
That's what I meant.
Okay.
He says, I have been here for too long. I am trapped here. But my pupil, my student, his belief is that he can find and birth the next step of our chain, the future. And to do so, he has harmed many, done many experiments on children, on people, on things.
Yes, we know.
Shame.
Do you have an answer for where he is and what we can do to end this fucking eternal night?
He says, I know not where he is. He is beyond my sight. All I know is that my mind maintains this dream so that those who hunt and slay and toil in blood can exist over and over. But also, as long as the dream exists, the ritual cannot be complete.
What ritual?
In order to birth There must be a calling. There must be an offering. One of the gods, one of his angels, must provide the seed. And so, a ritual to draw that which he has chosen. And he kind of tilts his head. He says, and he has chosen poorly. And he is just now looking straight up at the moon.
I grab both sides of his face, and I lean forward, and Gurney looks down into those eyes. He's forcing this old man to look at him.
Mm-hmm.
Do it.
And he says, to be plain, both of you are crazy. There is no next step. There is no evolution of this species. It is staying right where it is. And it is going to build and prosper. And by the end of it, I doubt you'll be able to see it. But this dream helps us. It helps me. And once that moon goes back to its right state, I expect we'll see you one last time. Till then, we best pray that we find Simon very soon. Do I have the lantern still?
Yeah, you haven't lost it yet.
Tell us how we move across this dream, bro. I want to go somewhere. How do I make it take me there?
You must follow the gravestones.
Let's go.
Yeah, Ulrich's looking at Gurney a little more hesitant now. Looks at Vesper like, all right, I don't think we have any other choice. We move, and all agree and start going. Hesitant feet walking forward. Yes.
Yeah.
Felix
Very hesitant.
Spends a moment still staring at Callum. He says, so this dream is the only thing stopping this rebirth?
Yeah, he says, the dream is a curse, just like all of them. If you want to see the truth of this place, you must destroy. You must destroy the brain that sits at the heart of my academy. That is the host of the dream and the illusion.
I ask you again. This dream is what's stopping rebirth.
Felix.
And you? Are you what is sustaining the dream?
That's what he said.
I am within it. I am the host for it, but it is not mine.
Felix, this graveyard is a part of the dream. We have to kill the host of it. He's sitting somewhere else in his dingy chair.
He says,
So he
Looks
says.
to me like the host is right in front of me.
Aye.
He says,
So what if it is?
in our study, we took something that we should not have. And from its mind, all of this has spun. And now I sit here, casting away travelers like you, one after another, for I can do nothing else.
Well, if it allows us to keep on fighting, old man, I say let it be. We shall leave you in peace. We shall leave you in peace. And then I'll look at Felix and Gurney.
Gurney's fistula starts to smoke a bit.
You really think that you sending soldier after soldier has helped? The fact that it just keeps happening, but it loops and loops, and you keep on doing the same damn thing over again, and you expect something different to happen? And you think that the madness comes from somewhere else? That is madness.
Ulrich will point the sword and be like, look to yourself within for your madness, boy, instead of blaming others.
It's not his fault.
It is his fault.
No, Felix, this has been your life since you were born. That document told us enough, that letter. I'd like to see you rise above it. Maybe just this once. To see if you can.
Felix has his blade out and towards Callum, and he is holding it, and he is shaking.
Callum is gonna kind of like lean forward a little bit, almost pressing his neck up against the blade. But but he's not really looking at it. He's looking sort of directly up at you, and he says, "If you want to know why I chose those who I did, visit your home."
Ooh. He said that to Felix?
Yes.
Home?
Okay, someone has some explaining to do.
Want me to go home?
He says, "But if you do, I advise you, cast off your illusions and see the truth, not what you want to see."
I'm going to walk up to him again, extend a finger and needle him right in the shoulder, just stab him right through under his collarbone and say, "No more riddles, no more riddles. Speak plainly or be done. I am done with riddles."
He kind of like is pinned to his chair as he... Your friend is not what you think. There is more to him, to his birth, than you understand, than even he understands. But I cannot explain it with words. It must be seen.
He actually can't.
Take it out and just start walking away. Just start walking towards the gate.
I hold my knife, my hand is shaking.
I'll gesture towards Felix and be like, we can't control what we were born for, but we can control what we die for.
That's the magic of humanity.
And I'll sheathe my sword too.
So Gurney, did you want to make your way with the lantern to the gravestones and try and find out, if they did anything?
Yes, I would.
Okay. You see that there is actually right in the center, not far from where you regained consciousness, there appears to be like a line of just individual gravestones, not like stacked up against the walls or overlapping each other like all the others are. These are actually like set apart, and they're slightly more ornate. And you notice each of them has what appears to be a metal lantern hook above it.
Wow.
That's
Really?
handy.
What?
What do some of them say, if anything?
The first one that you walk to, it says, where's my pen here?
It says, "Eat at Joe's."
Yes.
The next one says, "I'm Joe."
The first one says the name Evelyn Isula, and then under that it says it has a year, like a date on it that doesn't really mean much to you, and it also has it says it says endowed hunter, it's it says watch number 1, and then it says what is it called? Where's the? I can't find my notes here. Oh yeah, watch number 1. Crematory.
Okay. So the first one was Evelyn, with a year and date that I don't.
The other ones are going to have names and names, dates, what amounts to a, I guess,
Okay.
a rank, and then what you assume to be like either a manner or a location of death. Not now.
Okay.
Because I know you're gonna ask. Not all of them are obvious in the sense that like some of them say very different things. Like one of them says contracted beast plague. Another says hospitaller. It's
yes.
they say things that don't quite aren't quite direct. Like it's not like, okay, if I stand in front of here and do something, this will take me here. You can possibly intuit it, or you can just test it out. It's up to you.
What?
I'm trying to. Is there any? All right. I just looked to the rest of you guys and I say, so we can go about our usual errand, go to the crematorium, or we can follow Callum's direction, go to Felix's home, and enlighten
And the
ourselves.
university, right? The university.
That's if we want to end this very useful transaction of life and death.
True. What
As
a
far
weird
as I
thing.
know it, this Callum has saved our lives not once but twice now.
It's not.
I
his-
wouldn't mind mixing it up and following his direction.
Well,
Maybe it'll straighten this bloke out. And I gesture to Felix.
true.
Get the hum out of his drum.
Felix, where is home?
That's a very good question. We don't want to offshoot and go on a wild chase.
Home is a church.
Church district.
Specifically, I don't know if we ever discussed this. Specifically, the northeast tower of the Arunduma Cathedral, which is less a cathedral and more it's part cathedral, part sanatorium, I suppose.
We already had an errand to go there, didn't we? Yes.
This is deeper into the cathedral ward. You've never actually been to this particular part, but it's in.
Weren't we already told to go?
Yeah,
to
you were.
Arundula?
No. You were. I don't have my note in front of me for that. I moved them on the
It
other side.
might have been in a
Yeah.
document somewhere. I do not. So I was at first thinking that Evelyn went somewhere, but unfortunately I don't find her in my notes. I forget what that second one was. It was a hunter rank, something.
Watch number 1.
Watch number 1. Watch number 1.
The first watch, us. The watch, the
awkward.
watch.
Just appearing in like right where we were. Oh darn! All
We
right.
were told before to go to the Duma Chapel within the Grand Cathedral,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
think that's
Yeah.
a different thing.
That's a different
The
thing.
Grand Cathedral is right in the center of the Cathedral Ward. Your particular sanatorium is a bit.
Duma Chapel. This is Arundula.
That's good. Then let's do the outskirt one first, then
Okay.
before charging into the main center. I like that.
That's gonna be tough. I only see like names and like methods of death. Is there a gravestone that involves being burnt on a pike or a stick, like public burning or something like that? Because I do know in Grand Cathedral District there were lots of people that were very big fans of burning people at
They
the
were.
stake.
There were.
Or
Or
look for the name Haskell.
I look for the name
The
Haskell.
obvious solution.
Obvious
Ooh,
solution.
You think
There you
there's-
go.
Do you want to look anywhere other than these particular graves, or just on this
I'll-
row of them?
I'll keep
I'll
anything
look
of.
around.
We'll keep
See if we
anything
find
of
Haskell.
note.
Roll me
Certainly.
roll me a perception check, Lisa.
Hmm.
Roll me a learning check.
Gurney is good at that sort of learning. Oh crap! It's logic, not learning. Oops.
Actually, no. You
Do
know what?
which one?
No, because it's decipher a code, so that would be logic.
Oh, joy of joys.
I'm going to use that nat 20
Okay.
and make that a 21.
Nice.
D6.
Nice.
So what was the total?
21.
21.
31. You're right.
31.
31.
31. Yeah.
31.
Thank you.
Total of 6.
Okay. Vesper, you are going to, as you kind of pass by this row of gravestones, you're actually looking now along the mass tombstones that just cover this area, and it's hard to see. However, buried deep under a few of them, you actually somehow you notice that there is, in fact, the last name Haskell on one of these stones.
What?
I'm going to take my skirt and wipe it clean a little bit to see how they died. How and where, what the rest of it says.
There's very little information on the tombstone itself. It says Gregor Haskell, and then it has a date on it, which doesn't seem to mean much because all the dates on these tombstones are fairly incongruous. And then it says disordained heresy.
Ooh.
That's
Do I know what the punishment for disordainment is?
Yeah, I mean, you're not really an inner circle church kind of person. Like, you were never. It's never really a big thing. However,
Okay.
your guess.
Ulrich might know, but he's not around you.
Your
You're not the white church, buddy.
Your
Oh,
guess
fair
is that whatever it was not. It was probably not pleasant.
Clearly.
Wasn't
Okay.
Mai Tais on the beach.
Gurney.
Yeah.
Felix. Haskell. And I'll point it out. Haskell.
Oh, that's great.
disordained. It says, I'm sorry.
Disordained. And I look over at Felix.
It says heresy. Do you know your ancestor?
Gregor,
Aye. It says Gregor.
my father.
Haskell.
Ah,
Why? The son cannot be judged by the sins of the father. But, and then Ulrich looks at Felix, but the son has definitely sinned enough on his own.
oh, that's clever, Ulrich. It's a little harsh. I'm gonna hang the lantern there and turn it on.
Oh shit.
Killed me.
Let's do it.
On
Bit harsh, but yes, killed me.
on which grave did you want to hang the lantern on?
Gregor Haskell.
That's not one of the ones that you can hang it on. Like I said, there's a line of graves, and then she found his kind of buried against a wall somewhere.
Shit.
Oh, he was tucked away.
Yeah.
Sad.
Heretic. Tucked away.
That's sad.
It's lucky he was even, in or
Have we asked
hollow ground.
Callum if he recognizes the name Haskell at all? Maybe that'd be a way to unlock it.
I'm really mad at him.
Of course he does. He just said to go home. He just told Felix to go home. He knows.
Yeah, but
Whoa.
there's no words. There's no words to describe. Trust me. These things don't work with words.
Okay.
All right, well, if they don't work with words, I never thought I'd say this, but why don't you have a look around, Felix? Perhaps close your eyes and let the blood tell you which way to look.
I don't think there's much blood flowing around here. But I can look through some of the graves. And I'll go
you're
through,
from that district. Maybe you'll find
Yeah.
something I can't.
I'll go through the graves that have the lantern hooks on them and see if there's any
Roll me
names I recognize or methods of
Yeah, I
death.
say Felix, let's just let Felix walk around and see what
All right, roll me a
quests unlock.
roll me a logic check to see if you can discover put together the information here.
17.
Okay.
And I'm going to take my shears and
Don't do that.
just drip.
No, I put my arm around him. I'm like, careful, you almost tripped. As I just sort of like hug her arm.
The Felix, the best guess that you are able to put together is you're standing in front of a grave and you don't know why. Like you're almost positive you've never seen this name before, but you're not even looking at the name. It's just the stone itself feels familiar. In a like almost like a deja vu way.
What is the name and what does it say?
The name is Mortune Gedrin.
Mortune Gedrin.
I think this is the one.
Nice. I'll go ahead and
I'll probably also just like make a map of like the graves and where they are, and the ones that have hooks and stuff. At least have like impassively as I do this.
Okay.
He was more interested in doing that than actually looking for the right grave. It looks like, and then I'll hang the lantern on it.
You want to hang
On
the
this one.
lantern on this grave and light it?
Once everybody is assembled, yes.
Okay. You guys, as he hangs the lantern, you guys are going to sort of gather around, and as the spark goes, the lantern begins to glow with this kind of bright blue glow. But just as he is going to do it, just before the lantern is lit, Felix, you are going to you're going to you're just sort of, your hands are at your side. You're just kind of, just kind of nervously waiting. And as you're just idly kind of touching your arm, the good one, you kind of feel a very, like a little bit of a lump under your skin. Just something sort of firm and hard. And as you're kind of noticing this, the light is going to expand. The glow is going to take you. It is going to cover you guys. And as your vision is clouded, you get the momentary sensation of falling. A second later, things have shifted around you. You are no longer standing under the moon in this graveyard. Rather, you are standing in what appears to be a large chamber. There are many seats around you, rows of wooden benches like pews. And as your eyes adjust, you realize there's a high vaulted ceiling around you guys, or above you. And just as things are resolving, just as you're kind of getting a sense, you hear the faint, soft sound echoing through this chamber of someone ahead of you softly singing. And as you hear the sort of the sound of this female voice just singing this sort of soft hymn that seems to echo and fill the space around you, that is where we're going to end it for tonight.
Hold on, didn't we hear a female singing like the first time we died, like right after we came back? Or am I tripping out? Was it just a female?
I think we saw a female crying. We've seen a lot of those.
Crying and singing are different, Ulrich.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
He doesn't know women very
What's
well.
better? Yeah.
Is this my church? Do I recognize it?
Yeah.
I will. Yes, you do recognize this church,
Oh
My gosh.
and we will get there in just a little bit. But you guys, that is where we're gonna end it tonight, because we are. It has been about 3 hours, and we just gotta save some for next time. But it looks like the party has somehow transported themselves to the cathedral ward, and what that means for them, where they are, and what is going on, we are gonna find out next time. But that's it, man. Let us know in chat what you guys here. Let me turn Sirenscape off. Let us know in chat what you guys thought of tonight. What you guys, if you guys had a good time. Of course, I want to hear from you. I also want to hear from my players. What did you? What about you? What are you guys thinking? What let's get some thoughts from our players, especially about the I don't know, some brutal happenings tonight.
Yeah.
If I didn't like this beer so much, I would sip it and be like, spit it out everywhere.
I see.
Right?
Yeah.
Spit take.
It's a good summary.
I would do a spit take for this session if I didn't like this beer so much. Yeah. Wow.
Woo!
That was so
Felix! First
Against-
one into the PvP.
Yeah,
party
right?
Damn,
dude.
son.
I had a feeling this was gonna
Damn,
happen
son.
eventually.
Didn't we learn a lesson?
I was really
Yeah, this will be remembered.
I wasn't really sure exactly what was gonna happen, mostly because I didn't know if Felix was gonna go full crazy on you guys. But also, as soon as you guys started fighting, I pretty much knew what was gonna happen with the I wasn't expecting the fight, but I knew what was gonna happen with the outcome, and it was. I mean, Ulrich held on for a long time, actually, longer than I expected.
Oh my god,
That was crazy.
I need a hero! I'm holding up.
Yeah. The metal
God.
version of that song.
First blood has been drawn.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that was crazy.
That was, oh god.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
You
No,
were
you're not.
amazing, Ulrich.
Yeah.
I'm
I
not.
mean,
I'm not
I
sorry.
think for the first half, it was like, all right, I'm
It
like,
ended up all
I
right,
don't
so I'm
wanna
not sorry.
mess with everyone. They're interrogating it. Like, I'm chill. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna ruin the interrogation. And then it was just like nonstop
Oops.
fighting.
You're the one who decided to just stab a guy randomly. He wasn't doing nothing. And he was still drawing something.
Yeah. It's not like
It's so much
Gurney
more to
did
learn.
anything to make this
Nope.
happen.
Nope.
Crazy Gurney is
You
terrifying.
can't walk that back. Nope.
Oh lord. So okay. Here's I want to ask you guys a question. Do you guys want to do a drawing now, or do you want to put that off till
Drawing.
Oh,
I'm
you
up
want
for
to
it.
you want to do it?
If you're
Okay.
ready, that's
Let me-
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm no artist, but if you want Din to draw something.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
drawing.
Yes.
I'm glad I was
speed
my
drawing.
instinct when I heard drawing. I'm
Speed
like, wait, what are we drawing?
let's have some happiness at the end of this wrung out and
I mean,
destroyed
A family
session.
photo. A
I
family.
Yeah.
don't think that any family portrait that Askren draws is going to be happy, fun times either. You've seen the way he draws angels, so
Right?
Oh, God,
Yeah, I'm-
Word up.
I'm messed up. You guys don't know. All right. So let me.
We know
let-
now.
we do.
Like
so let me
Evangelion.
let me talk to you guys a little bit. We did 2 contests this month, and I'm gonna shout on Twitter that we're, or if anyone wants to shout on Twitter that we're announcing the winner here. We did for June. Actually, you know what? Let me be right back. Let me get my stuff because I want to show it on camera. So you guys entertain the crowd. I'm gonna go get the stuff for the giveaway, and then we're gonna pick the winner.
Let's run through what we thought of the game tonight. Go ahead. Go for it, Dan.
Yeah. Go for it. Wow. I was like, what the hell? Why is everyone turned against each other? And it's like, do you really want to do this? All right, fine.
All right. So
Right?
what we,
Good
for
summary.
There you go.
for the month of June, we ran a giveaway where I acquired a whole bunch of stuff from Wormwood Gaming. First being the box is a little bit damaged, but that's because I was moving. This, what is this? This is walnut, I think, or oak. This is oak. No, it's walnut. Rolling tray. It's
Taste it.
big. Look how big it
Ooh.
is. Look, I'm gonna roll dice in it.
Nice.
It's so
Ooh.
big.
Some
you
room
roll?
to roll in there.
That
Nice.
you
That's
can-
a nat 20 right there.
Yeah.
Even though it was a D12.
Listen,
That's how good it is.
that's how good the rolling tray is.
We have this
Yeah.
rolling tray,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is crazy. I wish I had one of these.
That looks slick. It's slick as hell.
And also,
Classy.
this thing right here, which is the creme de la creme, and I'm so jealous of whoever gets this because I cannot actually have this. It's too nice for me. This is a Wormwood Gaming Sentinel deck box. You can see it's a giant deck box. It can hold deck cards, minis. It's got a thing under here that you can put stuff, dice and minis and stuff in, and it's magnetized. And of course,
Shit.
the top comes off, and it has the custom exploding dice. Embrace the madness engraving in there.
Oh gosh.
It's
And
so amazing, you guys.
it is.
Beware if you roll with it.
This stuff we were going to be giving away. Also, because I promised it, I'm going to be throwing in a D&D mini, Eli Quickblade. He is a Reaper mini that I am going to be painting on stream, probably this Monday or Wednesday. And that is all going to be going to one lucky winner. And of course, because I still have it, we're going to pick a runner-up who is going to get this Wormwood Gaming Dice Vault. Look at this thing. This is my favorite one. It's so good.
I love them. I love them so much.
Your
So
DM
nice.
dice set. She's like, oh,
I don't have any yet. I want one
These
so bad.
dice. Yeah,
I'm
these
so
dice role
disappointed
players.
that we didn't actually die today so that we could enter the giveaway because we would no longer be on the show.
That is true.
Yeah, I actually-
That's the bonus of dying. Yeah,
That was my
we
whole
died.
intent. That's why I
Yeah.
got Felix going.
Oh gosh.
I tried so hard, Lisa, to help
You're
you
a
get
giver.
this.
You're a giver.
and
I
so did
know.
I.
Nothing but heart.
Alright.
Nothing but heart, man.
So
Oh, gosh.
let me just tweet this out, announcing the winner of our Wormwood Gaming Sentinel deck box. BOCKS? No. Deck
Yeah,
box
that's how box is spelled.
giveaway.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Sure.
Buttocks. It's like that. Yeah.
Come see if if it's you. And
Win.
Yeah!
all right, so we are gonna
Yeah.
pick the winner of this in just a second. Twitch, and there it is. And if you guys want to make some noise about that, tell everyone on Twitter if you have not already. We're gonna be announcing that in just a second. You guys don't need to do anything if you have. The entries are closed, so if you haven't entered, I'm sorry. It was going for a month.
But there will be more other amazing
Where
things
were
to
you?
enter.
Oh, there
soon.
will be others.
Be ready
I
for the
promise.
next one.
I promise. So here is going to be the here's going to be the thing. I'm going to pick 2 winners, and they are going to be the winners of our box giveaway. It is doing it right now. Let me see it. And the first one is oh no.
Ba-da-bum.
That is not. Let me check
Not good?
this. No, I'm.
Did
I gotta-
Askren win?
Did Askren win?
Right?
Hashtag rigged.
I win. Nice. Congratulations, Askren.
Hashtag Matt
So-
Haskell.
Who is that? Who?
I don't know, but he doesn't deserve shit. I'm telling you. Let me check this.
The only one who deserves it less would be like Unmade Gaming or something.
He doesn't deserve shit.
I mean, well, the problem is that he doesn't exist. Is the real thing? It's like
Yeah.
a false
That's right.
entry,
Yeah.
not real.
Nope, not real.
Just a dream.
Hmm.
Why
Just
is this
like
not
us
working?
in Palemore.
All right.
Too
We're
real.
all dead, and we're all just
Unfortunate-
streaming on
That's
we're
real.
our own ghost loop. Oh my god,
Yeah.
we're our own ghost loop.
Ghost Loop.
Wait, what?
Oh,
you could go
gosh.
through like outros and stuff while you're trying to figure it out. If you
Are
want.
we our own ghost loop like we saw in
Yeah,
the
we
other
could do outros.
Palemore?
So
Oh
that's one.
shit.
Oh,
So-
you got one.
Yeah, no, okay, so it was spitting out a bunch of things, a bunch of, like, I had to invalidate a bunch because I got a bunch of fake entries, so I had to turn
Oh.
those off, but
Chill.
this is taking a little bit longer than I expected. So it looks like, oh shit, I absolutely cannot do that.
Yeah, I can't give it to him. He's
No.
Only the greatest,
No, there-
most worthy should receive.
Unfortunately, there are a couple of entries from European countries that I just cannot ship to, and I like,
No worries.
I should have.
Sorry, guys.
I need to pull
I
those
feel your
out.
pain on me.
So
Yeah.
I believe that is going to be. There we are. Okay, cool. So the widget finally spit out its 2 winners, and it looks like for the big prize, it is going to. I lost my page. Ah, there we are. It is going to Kayla Robinson at Blonde Shazam on Twitter, who entered with a
shit.
retweet entry.
Shazam.
Yeah, so that is going out there.
Very
And
appropriate.
of course, we have our second winner is going to Wendy Lee Harlow Tiramas on Twitch, who entered by following on the Twitch channel.
Nice.
So those
Nice.
are the 2 winners for that.
You lucky bastards.
You lucky bastards, that's right.
Bastards.
I am going to be securing those winners. If you are the winner, obviously make sure you get in touch and all that good stuff. But there's another contest to announce, and I'm gonna grab the winner real quick on that, because if you guys also don't know, Dwarven Forge has been sponsoring us to
What?
to run
The
a giveaway.
Dwarven Forge?
Yes, based on their Kickstarter, they wanted to supply a brand new set of their amazing new Dwarven Forge dungeon tiles, and we did a big giveaway for that, so we're going to be picking the winner right now. The winner is, of course, going to get a full Dungeon Number 1 set. That comes with Zoltar's Game Room and, like, 40 pieces worth of add-ons that came
So good.
from, other stretches. And it looks like the winner for that is going to be... Where is it? Where is my winner button? Where is my winner button?
Get that winner button.
Don't know where your wiener button is.
I don't know where my winner is. It looks like the
I just
winner
want
of
to
that
be-
is going to be Mr. Ryan Long at Big Fat Gross Dog on Twitter. That is the winner of our Dwarven Forge, Dwarvenaut slash, Dwarvenite giveaway.
Yeah, or the
It is
dwarven
late.
on.
It is very late.
Dwarvenite.
Oh yeah.
So congratulations! I don't have the Dwarven Forge to show for you, but I will get in touch with all those winners. We're gonna announce them on Twitter later. It's gonna be a ton of hype. Thank you guys for entering, and remember, stay tuned. There's gonna be more contests coming, but also
Too many contests here.
So cool.
I needed
on
to
one.
give some shout outs at the end of the show because, as I promised I did, we had followers, we had hosts. We're, of course, thank you to Indigo JSE2 for following, as well as Hunter and Wolf777, as well as Wraith182 and Ben McFarland. Thank you for following, guys. Welcome to the madness. Thank you for joining us. And, of course, thank you, Kyanese, for the 10-bit cheer. Thank you to Owlbear for the host. Thank you to Hawk Hunting for the Nat 20 for Ulrich while he was the last man standing. And then
Thanks,
Ben
Hawk.
for the double exploding 20s. I want this going down for the guy rolling. And then Hawk Hunting with another inspiration in Nat 20 to keep you alive a little bit longer. And then
Thank
Ben...
you.
Thanks,
Once-
Hawk. Yeah,
Hawk
my
and Ben.
boy.
Ben once again with 2 Nat 20s for Ulrich. Finally,
Wow.
Hawk Hunting with a
Ugh.
second chance. Better make this Nat 20 count, Vesper. So that was
Yeah. Thank you.
that was all of the donations. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for supporting as always. We appreciate every bit of support. If you enjoyed the show, please hit
Yes,
that
thank
follow
you
button.
so much.
And if you really, really enjoyed the show, as I hope you did, please consider hitting that subscribe button, man. We love having you, and your support means more than I could ever possibly thank. And I only hope that the content that we produce will pay it back. But that's enough rambling for me, man. I know who you want to hear for. We're about to get out of here, so let's hear from our players. Let's go around, get some hooks and plugs. We already got some thoughts on the session, but you know, if you have anything you want to add, feel free to. And let's start, as always, with you, Speedy.
I'm Speedy.
The end.
No.
Your spiel's gotten a little shorter these days.
Dang.
I'm doing less things.
Ugh.
I'm not so speedruns on Twitch and Twitter. Today's episode was fantastic. I loved it. After like having a week off, I was like, I want to do the thing. I'm kind of sorry about attacking Vesper, but like, yeah. I think I've seen this coming for a while, that there would be some kind of point where Felix would snap and that he would, you know, lash out at his friends. And I was really afraid of that point, but I also felt like it was the right time. They were actively kind of holding me back from the angels or whatever. And I was very angry, and Gurney made me unable to control myself at all. So it just kind of happened. But I was really happy to be able to have that opportunity to roleplay and everything. So thank all of you for letting that happen and for not
Excellent work, mate.
just stopping it.
It was a
but yeah.
scene that could have easily gone wrong, but I think it went in a really interesting way.
You mean
Especially
nothing
since-
went wrong?
Especially since you all died like instantly, so there
Yeah.
really wasn't much of a
Oh, yeah.
fight.
Oh, yeah.
This was natural.
I was not expecting like a natural like
you.
47 or something on Lisa. Like
That was all those rolls. That whole
without- I
fight
didn't-
was insane.
there was
Yeah.
no donations involved there. Like a natural
Yeah.
47,
Right,
just a
everyone.
one shot.
Everyone down the line, right? It was like everyone was like boom, boom, boom with the rolls.
Sorry.
Yeah. It was bad. It was great though. So thank you.
Everyone's
Thank you for
true
that.
character.
I'm
came
so glad to be back here. um,
Oh god.
yeah. But I'm Speedy. I'm not so speedruns on Twitch and Twitter. I am a D&D and variety streamer. I play lots of like indie type games like Darkest Dungeon, and then I also do D&D 3 times a week. Usually on Sundays I do one shots. I won't be having the one this week because I wasn't able to plan anything because I just moved to New York City. But those are usually open to guests that anyone can join. Mondays I have a D&D 5e campaign, which is awesome, that 4 is also in. And on Thursdays, you can catch me on Blades in the Dark 6 and 20, which is fantastic. Our finale is coming up this week. There's going to be goats. There's going to be ghosts. There's going to be murder and possibly the destruction.
Maybe destruction.
Explosions. Possibly the destruction of the entire city of Duskfall as we know it. Possibly. I mean, we're supposed to have a season 2 of this, but like,
it's gonna be in that other city.
Oh wow!
Yeah, right. That's actually a very real risk that we may just end up doing season 2 in Eruvia, in just another country.
Wow!
Yeah.
Because
Oh!
I'm playing a character who is
like-
just
is
intent
it
on
like-
watching the world burn. So
It's like
Note to self: buy train ticket.
It's like
Note to self.
Ocean's 12. Like, we're too hot to work in America. We gotta go overseas.
That's amazing.
Basically, yeah. Kind of, yeah. That's
That's how
So-
we do it. It's 6 and 20.
yeah. Also, yeah. Thank you. That is 6 and 20. It's also on the channel Unmade Gaming, which Lisa's on that show, DM'd by the same DM, Video Store Cowboy, who's gonna be DMing one on his channel. So right here, coming up for season 2. Also, I wanted to give a thanks to everyone who has followed me in the past, because today, while I was offline, I reached 1,000 followers. It was like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, so that's my excited turkey noise. So thank you. Thank you. You
1,000
guys are all
followers.
wonderful. What couldn't have done without you all. So thank you.
No,
It's
you
me,
couldn't.
Din.
Dim money.
Good morning.
Oh,
Money!
this. Oh, me. Oh, it's me. Yeah. Yeah. What up? Din Money here. Ooh. Such a great session. Wow. Totally worth the wait. I don't know if it was just that we were all so ready to play some more, or if it was just that climactic of a scene. I think it was a combination of both. But wow. I loved every bit of it. I didn't love having to hurt my companions. I had a really bad PvP experience in the past. I'm like, don't make me do this, Felix. Don't make me do it. Yeah. But for some reason, yeah, I always build my characters ready for that somehow, or just combat. So it's never a good idea to do that. But I'm glad everyone's okay now. Oh my god, I thought the quest was like totally... For not like, I've never been so grateful to wake up dead in a graveyard or under a graveyard. I don't know if that makes sense, right?
By the way, can I address that for one quick second?
Ugh.
That has been a thing that has existed throughout the campaign the whole time, but you guys never really had a
Died.
chance to
Died.
experience it. Cause
First time for everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it again.
It,
Ugh.
also, it
No.
follows that
Right?
every time you guys have died, it has been in the most horrific way possible.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's why it was so like, I was really fighting. It's like, no. It's like, there has to be a way for us to bring them back. Like, oh god, it's like, maybe I have a way to resurrect them. And I look at
No,
like,
you-
Aspen,
trust me,
and
you-
it's just like, try it. Yeah, maybe.
You lasted for a while,
Yeah.
man. It was worth it.
And it was just
Good.
like,
A while.
yeah, no. So I felt
One
the
round.
struggle. Yeah, I felt it was more than one round.
3, 4, 5.
That's
For
why
you
I
guys,
was
for
like,
you guys.
I was, I felt like I was like, all right, I'm chilling for the first like half of the game. Is all you guys like asking questions and stuff, and I was like, oh no, I'll wait. I'm ready to waiting for the signal to attack. And then when the signal came, it was like, wait, I have to attack my friend. Oh god, yeah. So it was the session I wasn't expecting, but it was so great. And what was really cool about it is, and I think what everything is really cool about our campaign is that it's very like natural, the things that happen. Like I feel like, yeah, Felix going crazy and attacking us. It's like he said, it's almost an inevitability, and it almost was. And I was prepared for that a little bit, but then 4, it was, what the fuck, bro? I don't know what side he's on now. So that's why Ulrich's a little like, shit, the one person I can trust now is not even a person, it's a goddamn banshee.
Oh no!
So yeah, right. So again, great character dynamics all around. I feel like we're all have to work together because it's in all of our best interests, not just because it's cool to do so. So I think that's really cool and really natural, and I'm loving it. Again, yeah, I'm Din Money. So excited to be here. I used to stream digital art. I stream on my Patreon. Now I did like a beta test because I started implementing that. But yeah, I'm a digital artist or a former concept artist, now game developer. And yeah, loving these sessions here tonight. This is my only stream. I love playing. I used to do concept art for tabletop, like figurines and stuff, little miniatures. So this is so fun to play these, and I can't get enough of it. Happy to be here. Thanks to everyone for coming out tonight, team and audience included, and the DM. Woo!
Absolutely.
Din Money.
A little plug, by the way, if you don't know about Din Money's art, he is the guy who
Yeah.
made our
That right there.
awesome
Yeah.
little T-shirt. Which, if you want,
Nice.
you can get yourself one. It's just / merch in chat, and trust me, I want to see pictures of you wearing this shirt. That's the thing that I
I
want.
wear it every week. I have to dress with a collared shirt for the show, but I wore it one day.
Asking wants pictures of you wearing that shirt and nothing else.
Yeah.
No.
Full body.
Oh, jeez.
On that note,
On Twitter,
hi, how you
tag
doing?
him.
Oh, it's me, Four,
On
the
Facebook.
fluffiest one of all. I finally got my taste of madness. I took it as far as I felt comfortable, which was a little maybe too comfy for a few moments. But hey, that's me, and that's Gurney Abel. His true colors are starting to shine through. But you don't want to hear about that crazy, wacky Gurney. You want to hear about me. I got big, fluffy hair, and my name is Four. I have a channel called On the Forefront. On the Forefront? What do you do there? Well, I do stuff like you just saw, except I'm the Dungeon Master. And I play the D&D campaigns on Fridays and Sundays. That's right, Sunday, tomorrow. I haven't planned. Oh no, that's okay. It's going to be at 1 p.m. So I have time. I have all night. So it's going to be Festival of Colors. That's a homebrew campaign in the Forgotten Realms. It's basically an art festival full of theater kids and this very not often used monster called a slad. And if you don't know what a slad is, you should come by because they're going to have a good fun time down in the sewers of Braunfels. But I also do Friday campaign Out of the Abyss. If you don't want to know what that is, it is this fun campaign that Wizards of the Coast did, and I basically took a look at it and said, there are all these cool, colorful, non-playable characters, and I want to do more with them, rather than, I want to focus on this cool thing that usually gets smothered underneath all the badness that erupts from the hells of deception. My goodness, I love my players, and we would love to have you. Two last things. I do Mouse Guard campaign on my channel, Tuesdays and Thursdays, sort of like trying to make it work. It's basically a West Marches style campaign, so anybody can join, anybody can learn this amazing system. It's the best role-playing game ever. And, you could also just tune in and watch us play little tiny mice with, swords fighting giants. I have a secret project in the works. It is what I hope to be a once-a-month campaign. It is very experimental, and I am hoping to at least try to incentivize some follows or anything like that to get it going, because it is going to be a new system that I'll be designing with a new style of role-playing game inspired by initially a take on a horror genre that I don't think has been done yet. And I will possibly have a stream talking about the concept of this and how you guys can help me make it happen. So by all means, just tune in whenever you want. Follow me on Twitter. There is more to come on the Forefront.
Awesome. And last but never least is the person who tolerates my DMing the least. Lisa.
Tolerates my playing the least.
No, I feel like every time she's always like, okay, every time she yells at a character for speaking cryptically, I feel like she's yelling at me.
yeah.
It's just Vesper.
No, that's
'Cause
fair.
Vesper
it's
just
just
doesn't
Vesper.
take any shit.
That.
It's just how I am. Like, I want to say, like, it's just how I write. I can't help it. Stop yelling.
Instead of madness, she's getting the grumpies, because every place we've gone has been like more crazy and more mad, and the answers don't connect yet. So she's like, I just want answers. She's
Since she's from there, it's kind of like, I've already seen this. Give it up.
kind of, yeah.
Quit
Kind of, yeah.
shitting.
And because it's been eroding the reality of all of these friends
Ooh.
as we've been keeping each other alive.
Oh no!
Right?
Yikes. So it's
Like,
making
it's-
the truth harder to find. Even.
It's making the truth harder to find, and all of these people that we've been keeping each other alive, and it's literally eroding their reality. Yeah, like that.
I'm so
So-
sad now.
Dang, hashtag Vesper problems. Fuck. Damn. Damn, that's more than
Hail
the rest
more
of us have
problems,
to deal with.
excuse
It's like she doesn't want to be sad about it. Instead of being sad about it or scared about it, she's like not having it. She just wants answers, and she wants someone to answer for it, because none of these people
Oh.
seem to have deserved what is happening to all of us. You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
like
Yeah.
none of these are all
Someone
good
has
people.
to be accountable.
She's
Yeah.
a woman that knows what she wants, and she's
Let's
not
not get
afraid.
carried away on saying that we're all good people.
As far as she knows,
True.
these have been people who are under unbelievably stressful, warped existences because of someone else. As far as I know, as far as Vesper knows.
I
For
mean,
now.
it's horror, man. Bad stuff happens. That's all I
Right.
got. But that
Yeah.
aside,
So
tell us about
I'm
you.
Lisa Lee. I'm a voice actor, and I am Lisa Bell on Twitter.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Confirmed.
I did it right.
Hey!
Hey, what?
The
And I
camera's drifting.
Wait
Danger
for it.
Lily on Twitch.
All right, good. Second part confirmed as well.
I get a
Excellent.
little hat
Okay.
now.
Two
I
for
did
two.
it right. I did it right. And you
Perfect.
can see me Saturdays here playing Writhing Moon, which is so amazing. It's so amazing. It's so amazing. I just love this crew. And on Wednesdays, you can see me in the Shroud in 6 and 20 on we're playing Blades in the Dark, and it's very, very fun and very, very cool. And we're the sister crew to Phantom, which is on Speedy's channel. It's very, 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 very fun. So come watch Wednesday night on Unmade Gaming.
Things are going down.
Things are
this
things
week.
are about to get super cray.
Hopefully this
Everything
city
is
isn't going down.
everything is going to change. I wonder if John Harper ever considered that someone would just completely destroy his city.
Yeah, it's gotten a little out of hand. It's gotten a little extreme and dire. I'm really glad that I have goats now to comfort me. I have 4 of them. I love them.
Are you just seeing which gang gets the most goats? Is that what?
You
think
know,
the
I
competition
would have
is,
liked that. I really didn't expect these two crews to
Is
be
that the PG version?
against each other. I really thought it was going to be who's gonna score the most turf in the city. I really didn't expect the
Go war.
the blood
Backstabbing,
feuds and the black stabbing and the weirdness. I did not expect that at all. Oh my god,
honestly,
you guys!
At the beginning, we were talking like Mike and I might work together and just be like against Johnny, the DM.
Wow.
But
and
that didn't happen.
yeah, and people were like out to kind of just like get everyone and not care about anyone, and then they had to fess up to it, and then it was different.
We're all friends
Several
now.
people were doing that, and I had to go. Why can't we be friends?
To quote Louise.
It's hashtag toast and tea. All right.
Hashtag PG
Yeah.
sponsorship
Absolutely.
soon.
Well,
And thank you, Wormwood Gaming. Thank you
Oh, yeah.
so much, Dwarven Forge. Thank you,
Yeah.
Askren.
Don't worry about it. Don't thank me. Thank our amazing sponsors, though, Sirenscape and Dwarven Forge, for keeping this stuff running, for helping us out, for hooking us up with those amazing game sounds
For
that
being cool.
that made the combat, that made the atmosphere, and of course Dwarven Forge and Wormwood for helping
Thank
us
you,
out with those
Sirenscape.
really, really cool giveaways. And by the way, all the companies that are hooking us up with stuff to give away in the future, man, we got some cool stuff coming, and I am trusting you guys to hype it to hell. That is going to be it. As always, my name is Asker, and I am your host and Dungeon Master for the evening. Thank you guys for joining. There is no show tomorrow because me and a couple friends are getting together to do a little secret thing that you might see on Twitter. I don't know. But I can tell you that there is a secret project on the drawing board, and it is actually coming together very, very soon on Sundays. So keep your Sundays open, same time as this, 9 p.m. Eastern, and that is gonna be, I promise you, it's gonna be a good thing, because those are some cool ass friends. Monday, I'm going to be back to mini painting, I believe. It might be a little late because I'm working a little bit late, but I think this is my last day of mini painting at that time slot, because after that, I am going to be joining a crew for a Mouse Guard game over on my friend Bubbernaut's channel. I am going to be playing some Mouse Guard over there with him, Erica Vulgaris, and as far as I know, I'm not familiar. I've never met the people other than just just recently, but there's Alex, who is a concept artist. She draws game stuff, and then there is Mel, who is who's also an artist for Roll20 and stuff. Cool people. It's gonna be a fun Mouse Guard game. It should be a blast, and we're just gonna kill snakes because that's what I want to do in Mouse Guard. Of course, this Tuesday, make sure to stop by for Fuzzy Dice, where I'm going to hang out with the Glass Cannon podcast crew, and then I'm going to be hanging out on Wednesday with Ms. Holly Conrad, and we're going to be having a ton of fun. If you guys don't know, she is lovely, and I have just been enjoying every moment talking to her. Can't wait to talk to her about D&D stuff. It's going to be
Yeah.
awesome.
Make sure you ask her about her birds. Make sure you ask her about her
I-
birds.
Yes,
she
for
is-
amazing birds.
She is all about the pigeons. So we're gonna talk about a lot of that stuff, and I definitely want you guys to come down. And then there's more stuff coming in the weeks. So more shirts. I actually just started working with an artist friend of mine to get a Writhing Moon shirt done. We're also going to be getting some other artwork coming from another friend of mine. It's just really, really cool. Lots of stuff is happening, and it's all because of you guys. Once again, thank you all for spending your Saturday night with us. Thank you for your donations, for your support, for the retweets, for the follows, and for just spending your time here and watching. It means so much to us, and we love having you guys, and we love playing and performing for you guys, and we want to keep doing it forever, so thank you so much. That is going to be the end of our show. We are going to pass the love on. I think we are going to go and drop by a friend of mine who, because there are some people that are streaming, but, this guy, I don't know if I've rated him before, so we're going to drop by and say hi. We're going to go to the Metaphor Gaming, who's playing PlayerUnknown right now. He's a really, really cool guy, a friend of mine, and just, I want you guys to show him some love. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to drop the link in chat, and you guys are going to hit that link. Rush over there. Let him know it's the Exploding Dice Raid, and then we are going to follow you. We're going to drop a host right behind it. So there it is, ! Raid, the Metaphor Gaming. Let me see it. And I trust you all to build the hype, to go over there with us, and to just show him all of the Exploding Dice love. There's the raid link right there. In chat for you guys. Hit that thing real hard. Thank you once again, everyone, for following. Thank you guys for joining us here. We will see you on Monday for mini painting. Go check all these guys out. Go check the Metaphor out. And as always, thank you for watching. And don't let Dice Thulu get his tentacles on you, because he might smash every one of you into a bloody pulp. Or get your friends to do it for you.
Ha ha.
There it is. What the hell? There it is. Stay
There
away
it
from
is.
dice.
We'll see you
Oh
next
my
time,
God.
guys. Bye,
Listen.
guys. Woo.
He said it. was true.
Bye.
Yeah.